morning, everyone. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. I'm Carol. I love it when you see your name on the bottom of the screen. It's nice, isn't it? Makes you feel ever so important. Although it doesn't have my 25-metre swimming badge accreditation after my name there, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but yeah. We've got the most exciting show for you today. Oh my goodness me. We've got the biggest DVD launch of 2015 so far. It is going to be an absolutely humongous show. We're all really excited. There's a real buzz in the building today. Everybody here is talking about the launch of this brand new DVD. All the ladies in the workshop room are talking about it. Debbie Bulfer's got a workshop with us today, a polymer workshop, and everybody's talking about it. All the team are talking about it. All the managers are running around trying to get clips from the DVD as well, so we can show them to you a bit later on in the show. It is the launch of the most incredible micro Kumihimo DVD with a lovely Prue. How are you?
Well, thank you. I'm very well.
So good to have you with us today.
Well, it's great for me, and wow, I'm excited as well.
Are you? Good. Now, Prue, we've got the launch of this brand new DVD. In fact, I'm going to come behind you and let's just have a look at these pieces here. The DVD itself, we've actually put it on a little rotating platform because we're so excited about it. That's how excited we are about today's DVD launch. It's going to be launched in just a few moments, just so you know. Talk to us a little bit about your inspiration for this DVD, Prue. You've been doing Kumihimo for many years, haven't you?
Yes, for about 6 years now. Yes, but what I wanted to do is put together a DVD that really helped people to get a good result when they're using the finer chords and smaller gemstone sizes, because there are some techniques that you need to know to get it right. And so that's why we've called it micro Kumihimo as well, to differentiate it from other Kumihimo that you might see done with big chords and all the rest of it.
Perfect.
And so I've put together a selection of designs showing all different techniques as well, and hopefully we'll give people the sort of launch pad and the tools they need to really get going with their Kumihimo.
Fabulous. There's some absolutely fantastic designs here. I'm just going to take the DVD off the rotating platform. I'm sorry, guys. In fact, no, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just stop the rotating platform. We're all so excited about this DVD today. Right, so there are there are 6 sections in this DVD, the first one being the introduction. The first kind of jewellery related section is making a braid. Right, okay. And you had this piece of jewellery on your desk when you're talking about it.
Yes.
So does it go through the basics of how to make a Kumihimo braid?
Basics, yes, and how to make different designs on the braid and how to get a really good braid with good tension, because tension is the key to Kumihimo. So that's what I'm trying to impress on the DVD right from the beginning, how to get a good result.
Perfect. We then move on to a gemstone chip bracelets. Now you've got a couple of examples here. These are just gorgeous. They're such substantial designs, aren't they, Prue? I mean, they look and they feel absolutely wonderful. They're so decadent, aren't they?
Yes, they're the sort of thing you love to wear. You keep looking at them the whole time.
Yes, absolutely. So you talk us through and show us how to make the gemstone chip bracelet, which I assume you could extend into a necklace, or you could reduce into a key charm.
Absolutely, yes. Once you've learnt the skills, you can take it wherever you want to.
Fabulous. Okay. We've then got the round gemstone heart charm bracelet, which is going to be this design here and this design here. This is what I would describe as beaded Kumihimo. You know, the pieces you've done in the past with those beautiful 24-carat spacer beads.
Yes.
And again, this gorgeous kind of almost a snaky design. It's absolutely beautiful. Does this differ much from the gemstone chip bracelet, or are they similar?
The technique to get it to work properly is different. So I'm teaching a different technique to make that one with the very round 4mm beads, which can sometimes give you a bit of a squishy braid, but not if you use the technique that I'm showing.
Perfect. The next technique is the bead effect necklace. Now, those are these two here. These are actually your favourites, aren't they?
Yes.
You're actually Prue's actually wearing one of these necklaces today. Why is this one your favourite?
Oh, I just love the way it comes together. So you thread the beads onto the cord and you start braiding away, and then suddenly this lovely bead just is created underneath the disc. It's great fun to do. There's a rather opulent look to it as well.
Oh, it really is opulent. We've actually got a beautiful Carnelian and Prainite bundle coming up today, by Prue's request actually, featuring bicones of both these gemstones, so you can actually replicate this design with gemstones that we've got on today's show. Beautiful design there, absolutely gorgeous. We've then got the beaded tassel lariat style necklace as well, and that's these two examples here. Really, really beautiful design again, and a lariat style necklace I think just lends itself beautifully to Kumihimo, don't you think?
Yes, because you can have all the fun of doing all that braiding, because if you like Kumihimo, you actually like braiding, so it is fun to do a really long one because you've got all that enjoyment, really.
Now, we have been so excited about this DVD launch today. It is a really significant DVD launch. It's Prue's first DVD, and I know that Prue, you're normally on a designer inspiration show, and it gives you a fantastic platform to be able to kind of showcase your skills. We don't get Prue very often on the day show at all, so it's a real honour to have her with us today. The DVD itself, I mean, as you can see, well, you might not be able to see, we put the graphics on screen, I don't know, about 90 seconds ago, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you have already come through to get this DVD. It's going to be a very, very popular DVD launch wherever Prue goes, whether it's on the designer inspiration show or the day show. She carries a huge viewer base with her, purely because her designs are just so different. So this DVD is going, this particular launch is going to be extremely popular. So do expect queues on phone lines. Do expect us to be extremely busy for the entire show today. We will be recapping this DVD throughout the show today. Here's your price point for this brand new DVD. Now, I've had ladies in the workshop asking me to put DVDs aside for them. We're going to be, we will be recapping this DVD as we go throughout the show. I know that all the ladies in Debbie Wolford's workshop are going to be buying this DVD today. They've all got their phones out ready. And it includes guest designers as well, because I know that there are lots of guest designers who want to have a go at this kind of Kumihimo Prue. It's the only other medium I've come across where other guest designers really want to have a go at something is chainmail. And chainmail and Kumihimo, although different kind of techniques, you get such a substantial result. You get such a beautiful result. I can kind of see why a lot of guest designers here at Jewellery Maker are kind of drawn to Kumihimo and drawn to chainmail. What do you think? What do you think draws people to Kumihimo?
I think it's versatility, and I think in the case of the other guest designers, and in the case of viewers who perhaps don't really want to do a lot of Kumihimo themselves, they can use it to hang their wirework designs from. It fits in with so many other things, or polymer clay pendants and things, precious metal clay pendants, that sort of thing. So it doesn't have to be your primary medium for it to be a very, very useful
So it can almost be a vehicle to showcase your other skills, so whether it's wirework or polymer clay. That's really interesting actually, because we do have lots and lots of people who come through to get Kumihimo products, who to come through to get braids and the Kumihimo boards, and actually you're totally right. It can obviously be the main bulk of your skill, or it can be a way for you to showcase other skills which you have. So maybe you really enjoy working with memory wire, maybe you really enjoy working with polymer clay or chainmail. Kumihimo can be that vehicle that helps you to showcase those skills that you've already got. Fantastic. You don't need me to tell you, we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people coming through to get this DVD. I'd urge you to check your baskets out. It's £4.95p. Do you remember if this was about an hour long?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Perfect. So it's about an hour long, which, do you know what, for this kind of tutorial, for this kind of hour-long DVD, to be able to bring you so much information for just £4.95 is incredible. When you think about how much you would pay to go on a jewellery making course or a Kumihimo course, and speaking to guest designers, the amount that you learn on these DVDs, Prue, it's the equivalent really to about a day and a half's worth of workshop time.
Yes, it is. I mean, in fact, you would if you wanted to make all these designs up in a workshop, it probably would be even longer than that, really. And the great advantage of a DVD is you can stop and start. And with Kumihimo, that works particularly well because often it's the sort of thing you want to do in your living room, quite maybe with the television or radio on, braiding away. So then you watch a bit of the DVD, do the next step, then settle down in your comfort of your own home and braid away.
And do you know what, Prue? I think another big attraction to Kumihimo is the fact that anybody can do it.
Yes.
Young or old, it's not niche. It's not that's just for youngsters, or that's just for people who are a little bit older. It's something you can do with your kids, something you can do with your grandkids, and we've got so many products here at Jewellery Maker that suit this medium, don't we?
Yes. And I think with just a bit of thought, you can get Kumihimo into virtually every design if you really put your mind to it. That's my personal challenge.
Fantastic. Now we've got lots of text coming in this morning for Prue. Do send us your text today. Jan in Norfolk says, "Good morning, Karen and Prue. Got my DVD. I've been so looking forward to this morning's show. I'm now addicted to Kumihimo."
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So
another one addicted. Fantastic. We're doing our job properly. Norma in Hampshire says, "Morning all. Wow, this is great. Bought 3. Can't wait to try them all out. Best wishes, Norma." Thanks a lot for that, Norma.
Thank you.
Norma's been multi-buying. If you do want to multi-buy anything on today's show, maybe you want to get a DVD for yourself, or one for your best friend, or one to send to your sister who lives overseas, or whoever it's for. If you want to multi-buy, then just go for it. Speak to the call centre, speak to Live Help, and we'll be able to accommodate that for you. But as the show goes on, then the quantity will get lower and lower and lower that we've got available. Belinda in Surrey says, "Woohoo! Prue's DVD, yay! I've been waiting for this. So eager to get this home." When did you film this DVD?
February.
Is it February?
Yes. So early to mid-February, somewhere around then.
There's been a lot of hype about this DVD. There's been a lot of people talking about this DVD. A lot of people excited about the launch of this DVD, including all the team here at Jewellery Maker. And hopefully towards the end of the show today, we'll be able to give you a bit of a taster as to what's on the DVD. I'll just go through the techniques very quickly again that are on the DVD, just so you know. We've got the first technique, which is making a braid. Now, Prue, you say this is all about getting the tension correct on the braid.
Yes.
I didn't realise the tension was so important with Kumihimo.
Very, very, very important. It can make the difference between a nice tight braid and smooth braid as well, or a bumpy knobbly one. Right.
We don't want a bumpy knobbly braid. No. And as you can see here, this is a lovely smooth straight braid, which is all to do with tension. Fantastic. That's something I didn't know. The second technique is a gemstone chip bracelet. Do you know what, Prue? I can just see over the next few months so many of these designs appearing on the Wall of Fame. How's that going to make you feel?
Oh, very proud.
I bet it will. Yes. I bet it will. Fantastic. So we've got the gemstone chip bracelet here. The round gemstone heart charm bracelet. That's this one here. I think this one's my favourite, actually. I just love it. I just love it. We do have Kumihimo findings packs coming up on today's show as well, which with things like these carriers, which means you can add them onto your bracelets or onto your necklaces. So don't worry if you're looking for Kumihimo end caps and things like that. We do have these kind of findings on today's show, so you can add all of these onto your order today. So don't worry, we've got lots and lots and lots of items on today's show which you can tie in with this DVD. The next technique on the DVD is the bead effect necklace, which is this one here, which is Prue's favourite one. It is beautiful, isn't it? I love the way the spacer beads kind of twist through the gemstones there.
And you can make it look so different just by altering the beads slightly.
You really can, can't
different
you?
coloured spaces, different coloured metal on the spaces, and the necklace will look completely different, or different spacing on the necklace. That's why I've shown 2 different. I demonstrate the one with the individual beads and talk about the one with the larger section in the front.
Does it work particularly well with bicones?
Yes, they're
lovely.
lovely in Kumihimo.
Fantastic.
They sort of slot together and sit together very nicely.
We do have some beautiful bicones coming up on today's show, just so you know, actually in Prainite and Carnelian, so that's going to be fantastic. And then the final technique is the beaded tassel lariat, which I just think if you're into Kumihimo, if you're into McRae, this kind of lariat style necklace is just so beautiful. If you you can really experiment with the types of cords that you use. You might want to mix up the different textures, mix up different colours, and you can get this beautiful, sumptuous braid going around your neckline. So you've got 5 techniques on this DVD. It's $4.95. It's absolutely an hour long, so you get the full hour with Prue, which you can pause, fast forward, rewind. And if you're brand new to Kumihimo, Prue, could you still come in and get this DVD?
Oh yes, definitely. Yes, I start from the beginning,
Perfect.
and then build on that with the sort of techniques that mean that you can feel confident using any sort of gemstone shape, really.
Fabulous. So even if you're a beginner, you can get this DVD. And there's no pressure, is there, to kind of learn everything on the DVD all at once. You can pause it, you can fast forward it, go to a specific technique and just work on that for a week or so.
Yes, absolutely.
And then once you're happy with that, move on to the next one.
Absolutely. That's very definitely so, yes.
Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these have already been allocated. Well done. Congratulations, Prue. It's really, proven to be so successful already. And we're going to be recapping this DVD as we go throughout the show. What a start to the show. Amazing. Right, Prue, I'm going to head over here for the not so early bird. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. We have got some shameless puns on today's show. Philip is producing the show today. He's called Philip, not Phil. It is Philip, definitely Philip, because you're just constantly misbehaving. He is. Look at that little face in there. You can't wait for some of your bundles coming up today, can't you? He just can't wait. He laughs at his own jokes, he's that kind of guy. My husband's like that, actually. Director Claire said that she didn't even show the first thing that Phil was... What? Are you actually being serious? Phil wanted to show this on the show this morning. A preview. As in a preview. You've taken Prue's face there and put it on a slide that says preview. I mean, it's bad enough, Kumihimo, which actually Prue invented herself. But it's even more...
I like it. No, I like it.
Do you like it? Okay, all right, Phil. Apparently, when the clips from the DVD are ready, we're going to have a preview. Okay, right. We're going to do the not so early bird, because it's about 9:20 now. And we knew that the launch of the DVD was going to take a good few minutes. Right, okay. The first time we bought this to you, it sold out. Oh, we're doing the sea bead. The sea bead. Sorry, I thought you said that. I thought it's... Sorry. When are we going to do this, by the way? Are we going to do this after? Can't wait to do this. I'm so excited about this amazing tool. Didn't even know it existed till yesterday. Right, okay. We're going to do the seed bead bundle now. Oh, Phil, what is wrong with you? Have you seen the name of this bundle? I seed this would be a good bundle. We do have some absolute classics on today's show, apparently. All I can do is apologise. He made this bundle yesterday. He's clearly very excited about today's show. Right. Now, seed beads. We've got the queen of the seed beads on today's show. We've got Prue. We have, I'm not going to lie to you, we have struggled. We've really, really struggled in the past on Jewellery Maker to be able to bring you seed beads. Seed beads 3 years ago were probably some of the most requested types of beads that we'd ever had on Jewellery Maker, and we were really, really, really struggling to be able to bring them to you. The reason for that is seed beads are not inexpensive options for us to go with here on Jewellery Maker. They are incredibly difficult to manufacture. They are incredibly expensive to manufacture. They are extremely popular. There's a huge amount of demand for them out there, and we were going into areas that we hadn't been into before as a shopping channel. Seed beads are not something that we'd ever looked at getting before, but because of the amount of demand for them, because we had so many people day after day after day requesting them, asking for them, saying, please can you start to source seed beads, we really made an effort to work with our manufacturers over in China and over in India to be able to bring these to you. Seed beads themselves that we were offered, that we looked at in the marketplace when we went to big fairs, big jewellery fairs, they didn't tend to be gemstone based, they tended to be glass. And lots of seed beads out there are glass, and I tell you something, there are some of the most beautiful glass beads out there that you can source. I know that Prue's used glass beads in the past and they're absolutely wonderful, but because we are a gemstone based shopping channel, because we are the genuine gemstone company, we were really keen to be able to bring you seed beads of a gemstone quality. To be able to make these beautiful beads, to be able to drill these beautiful beads, to be able to facet, in some cases, seed beads like this, it is a huge investment for us. The machinery used to facet and to drill these gemstone beads, which are of a certain size, they have to be round about 2, 3, 4 mil in size. The machinery is extremely specialist. The skill set is extremely specialist. And that is a huge investment for us here at Jewellery Maker, to be able to source the machinery and to be able to source all the expertise to be able to bring you seed beads. Now, for that reason, when we first started to source seed beads here at Jewellery Maker, the price point per strand for these kind of 2, 3, 4 mil rounds tended to be round about between kind of £6 and £9 per strand. And that was the kind of price point, that was the lowest kind of price point that we could show you. Over the months, over the years, we've become even better at sourcing seed beads. We've become even more confident with sourcing seed beads. And because now we're able to bring you much more variety because of you, because now we're able to invest more into these kind of beads, we're able to bring you seed beads for very different price points. Today, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strands of seed beads. Today the price point should be £29.50. That works out to what? Just under £3 a strand. Today, this is your deal. We're going even lower. £21.95 for 10 strands of beautiful quartzite seed beads. Absolutely amazing. Now, Prue, I can imagine the kind of designs that you'd be able to use this with. I can imagine the colours in this bundle are just magnificent. I'd want to use all these together, wouldn't you?
Definitely. And the thing about seed beads is it's not really about the individual bead, it's what that you build them up into.
Absolutely.
The amazing geometric shapes you can make from them. Just using a fine beading needle and one of the very fine threads that we have on the website. They're all different traditional stitches you can use, making them into flat sheets, making them into sculptural pieces, and with all those colours. Fabulous.
Wonderful, aren't they? What do you think of the price point, Prue? Because I'm really proud of that price point, £21.95p.
It's excellent because there are a lot of beads there. I think that's sometimes what we underestimate when you get a strand of seed beads, just how many beads there are on there.
It's right. It's really deceptive, isn't it?
Yes.
With the tubes of the seed beads that you've used in the past, where it says there are 700 seed beads in it. It's only actually when you start to empty the seed beads out, you actually start to realise, goodness me, that's an awful lot of beads.
Yes, and I can do an awful lot with it.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. Now you've got a bundle like this, Prue. With an individual strand like this, how far would an individual strand like this go, do you think?
Well, it really varies on what you want to do with it. If you're doing Kumihimo with it, you'd probably want to have it on a very fine strand and then have a thicker strand in the slot at the same time to give yourself a substantial braid. And I would say 2 of those probably you'd make a very pretty fully beaded bracelet. If you wanted to use less, just a few beads here and there, then you know, because you'll be using the Eslon cord, which goes a long way, then, well, you can make an awful lot of bracelets if you've just got them on, say, 2 cords out of your aid.
Goodness me, that's incredible. So potentially, if you wanted to make fully beaded bracelets, you'd maybe be able to get as many as 5 bracelets from a bundle like this.
Yes, and that's fully beaded ones. If you space them out more, then, you know,
even more.
Even more.
Goodness me, that's incredible. Loads and loads and loads of people coming through for this today. Obviously, you know, because we have Prue on the show today, it is going to be very busy with regards to all of our Kumihimo items. We've got lots of threads, we've got lots of beads. We're going to be challenging her with something very, very different, actually. Something a little bit outside her comfort zone, but it's still going to be incredible. Loads and loads of people. I've got Jane, Nita, Sue, Christine, Peter, Irina, Carol, Anonymous, Jeanette, Pam, David, Elizabeth, Kathleen, Sheila, Anonymous, Margaret, Lynn, Rita, Anonymous. Just loads and loads and loads of people coming through. Well done. So, £21.95p for 10 strands of your gorgeous seed beads. Now, you're going to be getting a 30-day money-back guarantee from Jewellery Maker. So you can get this home, have a look at it. If you want to take this for a little walk down the high street and see what you can find elsewhere, take it into your local bead shop and do a bit of a high street test, then you're more than welcome to do that. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's what it's there for. You've also got the benefit of only paying £2.95 P&P per order. Now, we've got 3 kits on today's show. We've got loads of gemstone bundles. We've got really beautiful cabochon bundles as well. You're still only paying £2.95 P&P per order, and that lasts from midnight to midnight, basically. So it lasts until midnight tonight. It will last all show today. It will last all of the designer inspiration show from 1 till 5, and it will last all of the late show as well from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. And until midnight as well. So you can add as much as you want to your order, and you're still only paying £2.95 P&P per order. Even if you're a beginner, for with Kumihimo, you can absolutely get involved with these kind of bundles today. You can get involved with Prue's first ever Kumihimo DVD on Jewellery Maker. It will suit everybody's talents, whether you are brand new to Kumihimo or whether you're a really, really experienced Kumihimoist. I don't even know if that's the word. I think it is. It is now.
Yes.
Why not? Brilliant. Okay, now, using seed beads can be very, very satisfying. You can get some really satisfying braids out of it. Have you got, Prue, like a kind of a really heavily braided bracelet or something, or maybe one of the pieces from your DVD?
Yes.
Just wondering if I could have a quick look at that. Thank you. Sorry, heavily beaded, I said braided. Now, to create, you know, huge, heavily beaded pieces like this can be really, really satisfying. It uses an awful lot of beads, doesn't it? A huge amount of beads. Now, when you're using a huge amount of beads, you want to be able to put them onto your strand, don't you? And that strand might be something like Eslon thread, it might be something like very fine wire, it could be something like wildfire thread that we've had here in the past on Jewellery Maker. It could be all sorts of different threading materials, and you want to get those beads onto your threading material really nice and quickly. You can do it by hand, and I've seen lots of guest designers and people on workshops do it by hand. That's absolutely wonderful. You can also use something like this. Now, first time this is on the show, it's sold out. Second time it was back in stock, it's sold out. This is only, am I right in saying this is only the 3rd time it's ever been on the show? It's only the 3rd time this has ever been to air. Unfortunately, I don't have hundreds and 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 hundreds of this available. I certainly don't have as many of these in stock as we do the DVD, which is still selling, by the way. This is your amazing bead spinner. I wasn't aware this tool actually existed till yesterday. It was described to me how you use this tool. We've had a chat about this tool this morning. I've been watching demos online, and I tell you something, this is revolutionary. It's absolutely incredible. This literally is revolutionary because it does turn round. But it's the most beautifully made tool, absolutely amazing. This is your bead spinner. Now, Prue, we were watching an online demo for this morning.
Yes.
It's absolutely incredible how this works, isn't it?
Yes, and I know a lot of people who absolutely swear by them.
Yeah.
Because they do really cut down the time, as you say, and they're rather fun to use as well.
Absolutely, goodness me. So you put your beads, they might be seed beads, they could be larger beads, into the bowl. Yeah. You then start to turn your bowl anti-clockwise, so like that. I'm turning it anti-clockwise. It might not be anti-clockwise to you, but it is to me. You start to turn your bead spinner. You then get some of the we've had in the past, Prue, the needles in stock where you can attach it onto a finer thread like an Eslon thread and use it with that.
Yes.
Has that been? Do a lot of people who use this tool, do they find that particularly useful?
I think so, yes, but you can also use beading thread or thin wire as well. It's all a matter of matching up the size of the threading material you're using and the hole of the bead you're using, and then getting the curve on the wire or beading wire.
Right.
Because you need a little curve on the end, and the needle's already curved, but you can just, obviously with wire or beading thread, you can curve it yourself.
Perfect, okay. From turning this bowl device with all the gemstones in, the gemstones you will find will start to move to the side of the bowl. Once you put your beading thread or your needle, your thread and needle in into the bowl, you will find the gemstones literally fall onto the needle or onto the beading thread that you are using. It cuts down the amount of time it takes to thread gemstones or beads onto your threading material. It cuts the time down massively, and I do mean massively. It's an absolutely incredible tool. I've got loads and loads and loads of people coming through to get this, and we've got a text coming through. Sorry, Claire, my glasses are in there, so I'm going to have to read it off there. Susan Northumberland, woohoo, what a super price. I've got one elsewhere, and it cost me £15. Get one, everyone. It's not going to be £15, everyone. It's £9.95. Absolutely fantastic. I've got loads and loads and loads of people coming through to get this. Well done, everyone. So the most fantastic tool. It's beautifully made, and as Prue says, it's going to be really fun to use as well. Imagine getting the kids involved with doing that. If you wanted to make lots of long tassels, or you wanted to make lots and lots of long pieces of thread with hundreds and hundreds of gemstones in, that's going to give your kids something to do for a good few hours, isn't it? We do obviously supervise them if they're under a certain age, because they are going to be working with small parts, but do you know what? That's absolutely fantastic. And I bet you've come across loads of people at workshops that you've attended, or kind of Kumihimos you've met over the years who've used this incredible tool.
Yes, I have, yes, because I'm involved in a lot of sort of Kumihimo groups on Facebook and things. And yes, as I say, a lot of people really swear by them. So, you know, they're a brilliant tool, and that is a very good price. You know, as the viewer said, £15, that she got hers for £15, that's actually quite cheap as well, I would have said. So, it's a very good price.
I wonder if there's any other mediums you can use this with. Are there any other kind of mediums where you need lots and lots of beads on a piece of thread? I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure it would work outside other mediums other than Kumihimo. Maybe with McRae or something like that. If you use lots and lots of beads. Or if you're going to be making a really long necklace with and you're just looking to literally put beads onto a strand, you don't necessarily have to Kumihimo with it. You don't have to braid it. You don't have to do anything special with it like that. But if you're just looking to get lots and lots of gemstones or beads onto a braid, onto a thread, then absolutely. You know, it is one of these tools that you are gonna get this home and think, how on earth did I ever get on without this? Every single time it's been on the show so far, it's sold out. It's very, very close to selling out now. I've still got lots of people coming through to get this. And don't forget, it is a free phone number from a BT landline. I can imagine this being really addictive, and I can imagine you making lots of designs around this tool. Yes, I want to make another really heavily beaded piece.
A beaded curtain.
A beaded curtain. Yes! To hang in between the door, in between your kitchen and your living room. A beaded curtain. Or maybe a beaded seat cover, or something like that.
Or a flapper dress.
Oh, you could, couldn't you?
Yes. There's plenty of applications. Or cushion tassels of cushions,
yes.
Tassels on tie-backs for curtains.
Tie-backs for curtains.
A lot of sort of decorative uses.
We've had somebody text in as well. I used it for bead looming. It works well. Nice to see Prue back. Fantastic, Brian. That's brilliant. So yes, for bead looming, I can see that working with bead looming, definitely. Fantastic, well done. Okay, so that is going to sell out within the next few moments. Well done to everyone who's coming through to get that. Please check your baskets out. That is amazing. Okay, right. Again, huge apologies for the name of this bundle. There's nothing I can do about it. Phil makes the bundles, he sends them to our managers to be approved, and they approve them, and then we play them. I can't do anything about these names. Carnelian. Apparently there wasn't enough room for another Carna. So there should be 5 Carnas there. And isn't it, well, oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so, gorgeous Carnelian bundle. This is natural Carnelian. I bought you some Carnelian on the show yesterday, which had been heated. And you had this incredible, hot, fiery orange colour. This is what happens with Carnelian naturally. Not all Carnelian is going to have this variety of colour. This is what I love about this strand so much, is the variety of colour. You're going to be getting it obviously because it is a natural quality. If we'd have heated this strand, you would get more of a consistent colour going all the way through it. Everything from your kind of barley sugar colours there, right the way through to your almost amber colours. This is going to look absolutely fantastic in a Kumihimo design, don't you think? These beautiful little 4mm rounds, if you wanted to space them out and use them with some gorgeous fiery coloured threads, or if you wanted to make one of these beautiful tightly braided and beaded bracelets that Prue goes through on her micro Kumihimo DVD. I love that bracelet, I have to say. The designs are just so substantial. They're gorgeous, aren't they? You learn how to make that on Prue's DVD. You also get these enormous 12mm round Carnelians as well. Again, totally natural. Again, you've got this wonderful variance of colour. And again, they're unfaceted. They're really highly polished and unfaceted. So you get this gorgeous, sumptuous, glossy quality going all the way through both the strands here. So 12mm and 4mm rounds. Now, the price point on this is going to be absolutely superb. Carnelian is one of those gemstones, though, that in the past has been a reasonably considered purchase, and the reason for that is it's not the easiest gemstone for us to get hold of, particularly in a natural quality. Today, £8.95 for both strands. I tell you that we've got the most amazing gemstones on today's show. We've got bicones, we've got rounds, we've got rondelles, we've got drops, we've got beautiful nuggets, we've got beautiful slabs of moonstone as well. We've got so many wonderful gemstones. If you're going to be doing Kumihimo, though, I think a beaded Kumihimo, I think with round gemstones are absolutely superb, and bicones absolutely wonderful. 12mm gemstones like this, Prue, obviously aren't necessarily going to work in a big a tight braid, but how do you incorporate larger gemstones into your beaded Kumihimo pieces?
More as a focal piece, really. Right. So what you can do is maybe have take a piece of 0.8 wire, thread several of those on, and put a substantial wrapped loop at either end, and then use that wrapped loop to start your Kumihimo. So maybe making a necklace or a bracelet, okay. And using the beads as the focal point. Or there are some sorts of ladder braids where you can have the beads spaced along the braid as well. So more of it's a feature rather than all together.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for that. So less than £10 for your 2 strands of Carnelian there. Absolutely gorgeous. £8.95. Well done, everyone. Lots of people coming through for these deals today already. Well done, every single one of you. We have got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you so far today, because of the launch of the brand new DVD, who have got your orders open and you're ready. The amount of interest that we've had from the post that I put on my Facebook page yesterday, and I know Prue's had a lot of response on her Facebook page as well from the post that she's put on talking about today's show. We are going to be, we already are, and we will carry on being extremely busy today. So just do get in as early as you can for any of these deals on today's show, because we will be very busy on the phone lines, very busy on the internet as well. So just bear that in mind. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Gorgeous. Sorry, which one? We're going to challenge Prue. Okay, perfect. So we're going to challenge Prue in a moment. First off is our first brand new kit. Now, I cannot think of a better kit. Actually, I can't think of a better 3 kits to have given Prue than these 3 kits on today's show. They're all very different. They all have beautifully different different qualities, and it's allowed Prue to experiment with some really unusual techniques, unusual braiding techniques. We're going to be seeing 3 really awesome techniques on today's show. Like I say, we don't normally have Prue on the day show. She's normally on a designer inspiration show because her designs take a little bit longer to create, and it deserves a little bit longer. It's wonderful to have her on the day show today because we get to give her 3 incredible kits. Have you enjoyed working with them all?
Loved them, and they've really in some ways stretched me because there've been some really interesting gemstones to use there that makes you think out of the box, and that's what you need as a designer, really. And so I was delighted to work with them. Yes.
Do you know what? I think we should challenge Prue with something else. I think, you know, she says that she wants to be stretched. I think maybe we should just give Prue just some old bits of carpet, maybe, and maybe a few bathroom tiles, and maybe I've got some toilet roll here. Maybe we should just no,
maybe not.
Perfect. Okay. So brand new kit. This is absolutely gorgeous. Prue mentioned Eslon thread a couple of moments ago, saying how, you know, what a fantastic thread it is. It's extremely strong, isn't it?
It's wonderful, and there are different sizes there, which was the first time I've been given them, so that was what was another thing that was really great about the kit.
I think we've only recently started to get these thicker gauges of Eslon thread in, and they are absolutely wonderful. What have we got here? We've got 4 rolls of Eslon thread. We've got the 0.4mm gauge Eslon thread, which is the finest Eslon thread that I'm aware that we do, and this is the one that we've had most of recently. It's in this gorgeous kind of denim blue colour. It's actually described as sea blue. You've then got 1, 2, 3 rolls of 0.9mm gauge Eslon thread. Now on this one here you've got 70 meters. On these 3 spools you've got 32 meters, and you've got your Capri blue. I think that might be that one actually, or Capri blue. You've got your royal blue, and you've got this gorgeous kind of grey blue. It's absolutely wonderful, almost like a bleached blue. To be able to use this with your beaded Kumihimo, oh my word, the results are incredible. We've got lots of guest designers who use Eslon thread in their pieces, whether it's in McRae, whether it's in bead looming, whether it's in Kumihimo. It is an extremely strong thread, and I know that when I was working with Jan on Monday, she was saying about splitting the Eslon thread as well. You can kind of break it down into finer threads as well, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. It still remains really nice and strong. So you've got this beautiful Eslon thread and 3 kind of newer gauges of the Eslon thread in 0.9mm gauges. Right, gemstones in this. Wonderful. Beautiful rounds of natural labradorite. Now these are beautiful 3 to 4 mil rounds you're going to be getting here. It's about 30 carats you've got on this strand. They are totally natural qualities of labradorite. That optical property you can see there is labradorescence. It's a totally natural optical property. Not all labradorite is going to be giving you this. It's only a labradorite of a certain quality that gives you this incredible optical property. I mean, it's absolutely delicious, and those blues really do come out. I think actually the Eslon thread blue really helps the blues come out of the labradorite. You're then going to be getting this strand here. I'm just looking for how this is described actually, the colour this is described as. Does it say? It's like a, I don't know what it is, it's like a, almost like a sea blue shell, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful little shell rounds there. You can see the kind of, almost the kind of pearlescence coming out of the shell there. It's like a gorgeous schiller. A bit like the kind of shell you get in Moonstone, don't you think? Can you see that? It's gorgeous, isn't it? With the labradorite, the two look amazing together, don't they? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, with your 2 strands of gemstones, we've also got spacer beads. Now, these kind of spacer beads, I love it. I love seeing jewellery that Prue has made using spacer beads like this. The jewellery becomes very decadent. The jewellery quality kind of goes from here right the way up to here. Something about mixing up gemstones, interesting threading materials, and beautiful spacer beads like this. It just improves the quality of the kit so much, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Gives them a little glimpse of luxury, really.
Yes, absolutely. a glimpse of that beautiful precious metal. Now, there are two different varieties of spacer beads here. The first ones are going to be a little bit difficult to show you because they are so beautifully small. These are beautiful, tiny, teeny tiny little flash, gold flash, copper plated, e-coated, faceted cubes. Now, with the e-coating, it means that this is going to be more hypoallergenic. It improves the stability of the gold flash plating on the copper as well, so you'll have more longevity with that. You're getting 395 of these beads. That sounds like a lot of beads. It is a lot of beads, but when you do your beaded Kumihimo pieces, you will need a lot of them. So there's your 395 beads there. Please don't ask me to count them. They're all there on your screen there, and they're in this little pot here. They're all faceted little beads. You're also going to be getting these, and I've been really looking forward to seeing these. These are bicone beads. These are a lot larger. Oh my word, they're gorgeous. I love them. Absolutely love these. You're getting 100 gold-plated copper bicone beads. These are 4mm in size, 100 of these in total. There they all are. Aren't they just gorgeous? Oh, they're stunning. With the gemstones, with the Eslon thread, you can just imagine how beautiful the jewelry is going to be, can't you? Okay, you're also going to be getting a little findings pack. Now, this is gold-plated copper. There are, how many? I think there's more than that. 15. Really? Really? Okay, so you've got your Kumihimo findings pack here with 4 extender chains in. You've got your small, medium, large and extra large, and these extender chains have got ribbon ends, which allows you to encase your Eslon threads once you've finished braiding them. It allows you to put your Kumihimo braids, your Eslon threads or whatever kind of threading material you want to use into these ribbon ends, and you simply just fold it over and close them. Okay, you've got an S-hook clasp on there plus an extender chain. You're going to be getting 4 of these in different sizes. You're also going to be getting the ability to finish off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of Kumihimo jewellery, if that's going to be a necklace or a bracelet. If it's going to be something like a key charm or a tassel or a dangle, then you're only going to need 1 of these bead caps, so be able to finish off more pieces. Here are the larger ones. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. And you literally just get all of your braids, bind them together maybe with a piece of wire or a piece of extra Eslon thread, or you don't have to bind them together at all, and you glue them using either the using the E6000 glue that we have on our website, or you can use the cement glue that we have on our website, and you glue them into the end of the bead caps. Now you've got all of these different sizes, 4 different sizes, 2 pairs, 4 in each of the smaller sizes, and then 2 in each of the larger sizes. Now I've got one final thing to show you. This is probably the most exciting chain I've ever bought you on Jewellery Maker. I love this. I've been waiting for something like this for so long on Jewellery Maker. A metre of gold plated copper extender chain, fantastic, with multi-gemstones on. Now, you are not going to be able to believe your eyes. This is absolute luxury. Look at this. I've got green onyx, I've got garnet, I've got prehnite, I've got rose quartz, I've got some black onyx in there, I've got some beautiful, stunning, yeah, the green onyx looks amazing on there. I've got some beautiful moonstone. All of this chain is yours. A metre of this multi-gemstone chain. Now, when you see how Prue has used this in her designs, oh my word, it looks absolutely incredible. It's such a decadent chain to give you. And it's all made for you. We've made all of this for you. You don't have to do anything other than just decide how you want to use it in your designs. But with regards to adding gemstones on, we have done all of this for you. You don't have to do a thing. Now, Phil said something really valid a few seconds ago. He said, if this chain was on its own, and we had maybe 500-600 of it, it would all go. If these spacer beads were on their own, and we had 500-600 of them, they would all go. if this Kumihimo Findings pack was on its own, you get where we're going, yeah? Unfortunately, with this kit, I've got less than 100 chances available. I've actually 60. I've actually only got 60 chances available, okay? I've got 20 of you with this kit in your baskets already. This kit is going to sell out. It's already selling out. I've already got people coming through to get this. The deal for you today is not going to be £51.50p. It's actually this price here. We're going under 40. An incredible deal for an incredible kit, for an incredible amount of gemstones and an amazing amount of Eslon thread and an incredible brand new chain, gemstone chain, multi-gemstone, gold-plated copper chain, all $37.95. Absolutely wonderful. This kit's going to sell out within the next few moments, and please, please, please check your baskets out, get it as quickly as you can. Now, Prue, I am in love with this gemstone chain. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous.
You don't need to do anything to
No!
it. You just necklace and bracelet.
Definitely, yes. You literally could just wrap it around your neck and not even put a clasp on it, couldn't you? I mean, you really don't have to do anything at all. What gorgeous jewellery. Did you enjoy making it?
I loved it. I loved the summery feel, tropical feel. I was actually on holiday when I was making it actually as well.
Was that the picture of you? The picture of you with your sun hat
yes.
on?
Yes.
I was wondering what pieces of jewellery you were making then. Oh, you were making this kit?
Yes, this one. Yes, if you look really close, you can see it's blue that I've got on the Kumihimo.
Did you go anywhere nice?
I did, yes.
Oh, gorgeous, nice and sunny, beautiful. Now, let's have a look at this gemstone chain in situ because I absolutely love what you've done here. Talk us through this design, Prue.
Well, this is actually the one I'm going to demonstrate, and so what I wanted to do was make sure that the gemstone chain did all the talking, really.
Perfect.
So in this case, the braid is the framework, really, the mechanics of the piece.
Beautiful.
And I thought that it would be nice worn quite tight as a choker, so it's good to have it, make it quite small and have it on an extender chain, so you can wear it tight against the neck if you want to, or have it a little bit longer.
It's wonderful that the gemstones are evenly spaced because it again allows you to use it as a kind of a marker when you're and as a pattern when you're creating this design. Beautiful,
very true,
gorgeous. You've used some of the extender chain. Is that the extender chain you've used there?
Or from the I was also given a findings kit as well.
Oh, perfect, fantastic. Some beautiful gemstones on here. Lovely contemporary earrings here. Moving on to this use of bicone of these bicone beads. You've got two different uses of them here. You've got this really heavily beaded centerpiece on this bracelet here, and then you've used the bicones in a different way up here. They just add to the design, don't they? They really do.
And they're lovely and heavy. If you pick up particularly the first bracelet with the heavily beaded one, it's got a wonderful weight to it.
It really does. I quite like jewellery when you can feel the quality and feel the weight behind it. These beautiful substantial Kumihimo braids and these heavily beaded pieces, you really can feel the weight behind them. These are lovely as well. What have you used
Again,
here?
this is because I was given a findings pack as well, so I've added those in there.
Love them, they're gorgeous. It's quite an exotic kit, this one, isn't it, with the gold and the blue together?
Yes, yes.
Look at this as well, beautiful. Now the Eslon thread, you've used some of the thicker gauge Eslon thread in here. How is it different to using it? To using the finer Eslon thread? Is it more difficult?
No, not more difficult at all. It's beautiful to use. So if you like using Eslon, you're going to like using this. It has all the normal qualities of Eslon, but it has that. It's thicker, so it makes a more substantial braid. So, for instance, on that necklace, I've got 16 strands there to make a really substantial braid, but it braids up a lot faster because it's thicker.
Goodness me.
So it's always good to have these sort of tools in your toolbox, really, the thicker cords, the thinner cords, so that you can play around with your designs.
Gorgeous. On this design here, you've used some of the really beautifully faceted beads. I know that you're a fan of these.
I love them.
This piece looks like it might have been a bit of a labour of love, because using beads like this, it must take an awful lot of kind of concentration to be able to use these kind of beads.
It's all in the design to start with, so knowing which cord you're going to thread them onto, and those little beads, although they're tiny, they've got very substantial holes, so they
really
do thread
do,
up very easily. That's why I love them so much.
It looks like you might have been able to get another strand of Eslon thread through those, actually.
You possibly could, yes, yes. So you certainly, and certainly you do whiz through them, which is good.
Fantastic. Now, technique is going to be on this design here, where, as you said, you use the braid almost as the framework for the design, and you've hung the gemstone chain from it. This is a flat Kumihimo braid, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Perfect. Okay, Prue, let's go for it.
Right, so it's a flat braid, so we're going to use the square plate to do this. And there are several different sorts of braid that you can do on the square plate. They tend to always have a sort of strap-like, ribbon-like effect once you've done them. And one you work across, to and fro across the board. This one you work from the middle out. So the starting point is 10 cords. This is going to be a 10-cord flat braid. And you need 1 meter of each of those cords. And I've positioned them already on the disc, on the plate. So you have 6 on the top row, in the middle, and 4 on the bottom.
Sorry, Prue, I'm just moving the board here. Towards me? Yes, I am moving it towards me. Do you mean that way? There we go.
Right.
There we go.
Sorry,
Prue.
I've probably been messing around here. So once you've got them on, so just tie them in a knot, put them on the plate as I've shown, and then you can start to braid. And the way you do this one is, first of all, you can either hold underneath or you can attach a weight underneath, and again, this is how you get the tension.
Ah, right, okay.
And I'm using the thicker cord here, the 0.9 cord here, so that works really well for this sort of flat braid. And your starting point is you look at the 2 middle cords on the top row, and you take the left hand one and move it across to the side.
Okay.
And then you do the same on the other side. And Kumihimo is generally symmetrical. So if you do it on one side, you do it on the other. And then the next movements are rather similar to a weaving action, because what you're going to do is take the bottom cord, and you'll notice there's a space on the top there. And the best way to look at this is look at it really in 2 halves. So if you look at half the plate, and we take the bottom cord here on the left hand side and move it up to my space there.
Lovely.
Which creates a space down here. So I can take the next top one, I'm working outwards down to that space. And so we go so on. So I take up my bottom cord and move it into the space at the top.
Lovely.
And the top cord into the space at the bottom.
So you just seem to be working on one side of the board.
That's right.
Perfect. Okay, lovely.
And now I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side.
Lovely.
So I've got my space at the top, so I know what I've got to do. I've got to fill that up. So I take one from the bottom, top to the bottom, into the space there, and the bottom one into the space there.
Lovely.
And then the final one there. So now what we've got is 4 cords, top and bottom, and 1 on each side. And we want to get back to our starting position, so we just move the side ones up to the top. And that basically is the movement that you're going to continue. And with Kumihimo, it can seem when you first start a new braid that there's a lot to remember. The main thing is just to settle yourself down with a bit of peace and quiet, and just practice, practice, practice. And you'll find maybe the first few inches are a little bit wobbly, but as you get into your stride, you'll find that you have a sort of muscle memory, really. Your hands will start to remember what they're supposed to be doing, and because it's often symmetrical movements, you do one side, do the other. So basically, for this particular design, you need to continue in that way. So just run through that quickly again.
That would be useful to see, thank you.
So again, we're taking it from one side, and I take the top left one in the middle, move it across, and then its partner on the other side.
Lovely.
And then do the sort of weaving effect, the top, bottom to top, top to bottom, bottom to top, top to bottom. And you'll see you start to get into a really nice rhythm with it.
Yes, lovely.
And as you work, just keep an eye on what's happening underneath. Now I've done a little bit here, but keep peeping underneath. And when you've done about 1 to 2 centimetres, you can then move on to adding the chain.
Can you show that to Matt on the camera there, just so we can see the braid starting to... Thanks, Beryl.
There we go.
Lovely.
Sorry, some out of the way.
There we go.
If it's looking a bit wobbly, just do a little bit more. Do more until you're happy that you're getting a nice even braid, because the end bit gets cut off anyhow, or to go into the clasp. Right. So the next part is to start adding the chain. So what you want to do is take the chain and just cut off the end piece of chain. So what you've got at the very end is just 2 little gemstones added onto a link of chain.
Lovely.
And then you're going to do exactly the same braid. So you've learned how to do it, you've got into the hang of it. All you're going to do that's different is you're going to add the gemstone chain to the first move. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that first move,
okay,
and then thread it through that little link that the two. This is always a little bit tricky. At home I would have this right up to my nose.
Of course you would.
So
can you actually pop it through the
yeah, there's room there.
The actual chain, gosh.
Yes, there is room there. I'm making it look a lot
more. There
more.
will be room there.
Yeah, I'm making it look a lot. There we go. I'm making it look a lot more difficult than it really is. Trust me. If that were and that's the thing about threading. Always have it in a comfortable position. Just go to what suits you. Then just bring that chain down right close to the braid. Tuck it in there.
Okay.
And then continue with your moves. So just leave it hanging there, and you just continue again with that same movement.
Right, okay.
And on the other side. There we go.
You really do get into a rhythm, don't you?
do.
There's a very definite pattern, isn't there? Working on one side, then the other side, then taking the 2 side strands up, then back down. It's
yes,
yeah.
and very quickly, as I say, it can seem tricky to begin with. Oh, I'm never going to remember this. I don't like this one, but you will.
But that braid's building up quite quickly, actually.
Yes, it does. It does build up
Fantastic.
quickly. Now, what you need to do to make the spacing between the next connection is you need to do 5 clear rows. So I'm not going to do all that now because I think people have probably got the hang of how I do the braid. So you need to do 5 clear rows. And then on the 6th row, what you're going to do is count up. You're not going to go into the first 2 links, you're going to go into the second come across. So you get that little loop.
I see.
But
right.
you're going to use exactly the same technique. So when you've done your 5 clear braid, 5 clear rows, then you do exactly the same again, with starting with your first cord, and you put that through this tiny link here. And again, we're going to have a bit of fun with this.
Brilliant. We can see that. That's wonderful.
I might actually have
so the link
snip the end of that bit.
The link after where the gemstones are attached.
Actually, the link the gemstones are attached in is what. But you could do one after. Be consistent. So whatever
yes,
matters,
as long as you're
be
being consistent.
Exactly.
Yes.
I did put it through the gemstones because it will fit through very neatly. If you have trouble, just trim the end as I did then.
Ah, right, okay.
Or
yes,
a little bit of nail varnish conceal the end a bit as well.
I think if you go through the link where the gemstones are attached, you're going to get a better drop, aren't you? The gemstones are going to hang
exactly.
in a little
Yes,
bit.
and it does fit very neatly. And a neat fit is always what you want in jewellery making. Sometimes some things can feel a little bit fiddly when you're doing them, but that's actually what you want. You want a nice, neat, tight connection, really.
Absolutely. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you just carry on.
You just carry on. 5 clear rows in between each link of the gemstones, and you get that link. And as you said, it actually is doing a lot of the counting for you. You only have to count your rows. You don't have to count the links on the gemstone because you can see where they are.
Which is a relief. There's only so much counting I can do. What a gorgeous design. Isn't that beautiful? And it's so interesting to see the gemstones woven into the design rather than just attaching them on with jump rings. Actually seeing them connected into the design is a really interesting.
And it's fun to do. It is fun to do actually once you get into the swing of it, and then see it all developing under the disc.
And what a satisfying design. Isn't that beautiful? I've got lots and lots and lots of you with this kit in your baskets. Understandably, a lot of you probably wanted to see the technique and get a hang of what was in the kit before you checked your baskets out. Now is the time to do that. £37.95p for your aquatic adventure jewellery kit. It's exotic, it's summery, it's light, it's beautiful. And my goodness me, you get so much in this kit. All of those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of spacer beads, 495 spacer beads, your Kumihimo findings pack, 70 metres on your smaller gauge of Eslon thread spool, then 3 lots of 32 metres, so that's hundreds of metres of your Eslon thread there as well, plus your 2 strands of gemstones as well. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. Do check those baskets out. I've got lots of you there already with this in your baskets. Thank you so much for that, Prue. That was wonderful. Right, let's go and see some of your designs on today's Wall of Fame. Lovely. I've got number 374 here. This looks like memory wire. I think it looks like memory wire from Jackie, who's in Ayrshire, who says, good morning all. Hoping you're having a great day. We are. Thank you, Jackie. Hope you are too. Please find attached this week's entry to the Wall of Fame. I hope you like it. I was watching Angela Edwards on Monday, and her kiss saying made me work on these bracelets, so I'm keeping it simple. This is so Angela Edwards. Keeping it simple, stupid. The bracelets are made with half-round silver-coated wire with a variety of gems with a toggle fastener. Good luck to all entries, especially me, as I've been buying lots of gems of distinction and I need a win. And that's from Jackie. Jackie, best of luck to you, darling. They're absolutely gorgeous, and that really is simple, but do you know what? So effective. Lovely. Gorgeous. Lovely. Best of luck.
And I've got number 375, which is a beautiful classic design. And this is from Francis. Now, Francis, I'm going to have a go at your surname, but it is a tricky one. I think it's Pankiewicz.
Wow, well done.
But do correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think that's right.
Hi, team. As you've been showing a lot of the larger pearls recently, I thought I'd send in this necklace made with 10mm pearls and feature lacquer bead, which I made a while ago. Excellent quality from JM. Francis Pankiewicz from Somerset. It's lovely.
Gorgeous. Isn't that stunning? As you said, a lovely classic design there. Number 376 here, beautiful. Again, very simple, but wonderful designs there. Lots of lovely gemstones in there. Lindy from Minehead, who says, hi everyone at Jewellery Maker, please find my new entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I made a simple but effective set featuring a necklace and ear and set of earrings using gold-plated 925 sterling silver shepherd's hooks and gold-plated copper filings for the necklace. The gems I used were apple green and black agate. I hope you like them. Good luck to everyone. And that's Lindy from Minehead. That's beautiful. It's nice you've been able to make the earrings to go with that as well. Best of luck.
It's always nice to have a set, isn't it? Yes. And I've got number 377. Hi, this is my latest entry to the Wall of Fame. I made it using a comb from JM and Unikite pear shapes for the flower petals. I hope you like it, Angela. And there's a little kiss there for us as well. I love Unikite.
Isn't that gorgeous? That's such
really
a dense design, isn't it? It's
lovely,
beautiful.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, gorgeous. Number 378. This is absolutely fantastic. This is amazing. This is from Karen in York. She's made a Harley Davidson. Other motorbikes are available, but that is definitely one of those, isn't it? Hi, all at Jewellery Maker. Again, I know it isn't jewellery, but after making a wire-wrapped bike, which I was lucky enough to get on the Wall of Fame, I was asked if I could do a motorbike. It's taken me 3 weeks, 3 mock-ups, 5 attempts at the wheels, and a couple of changes of wire. Eventually, I settled on aluminium wire after seeing Laura Binding's Designer Inspiration show. It's really soft, which is on one hand great as it's easy to manipulate and it stays in place, but on the other hand it doesn't like being overused or altered that much. It was a huge learning curve for me and was in equal parts an intellectual exercise and sheer frustration. I'm pleased with the result. Only thing is now my son and stepson both want one as well. Still that's one Christmas present sorted. Sorry lads, spoiler alert. May leave it a while before doing another one though. Jewellery calls. Cheers, and still loving all the shows. So much inspiration and realisation that I have a lot to learn. And that's from Karen. Great. Karen, I think we can learn a lot from you. I think you've made something which I think any jewellery maker would be unbelievably proud of. I can understand why it took you 5 attempts on the wheels. Those must have been incredibly difficult to do. What do you reckon to that, Prue?
I think it's absolutely unbelievable, and I think you know, it was well worth the effort and doing it so many times because you've got it just right. It's beautiful.
It really is beautiful. Does it have an engine? Does it run? It doesn't. Oh.
Next time.
Maybe next time. Right, fantastic. Coming up, we've got the most beautiful strand of Beryl. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I have to say, it looks even better than it does on that recording. It's absolutely glorious. It's coming up in a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We've got so much more still to come. And if you want to enter the Wall of Fame, here's how to do it.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping. The fastest way to shop with Jewellery Maker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. If you're new to Jewellery Maker, simply contact our call centre and we'll send you a tutorial DVD and Get Started booklet, all free of charge.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
What a fantastic show so far. We've had so much fun so far with Prue. We've had the launch of her brand new, our first ever Kumihimo DVD on Jewellery Maker. We've had the launch of the most incredible kit. We've had some amazing strands, got some great deals. Now it's time for me to bring you the most amazing collection of cabochons. We were actually going to challenge Prue with these cabochons. However, our budding beaders have been busy. Oh my word, these pieces are absolutely gorgeous. They've been made by Fiona Jones, who's one of our budding beaders. These pieces are just glorious. That is definitely one way to set a cabochon. What a beautiful set of jewellery. This gorgeous, gorgeous cuff design, this beautiful pendant design. Both feature a really unusual variety of jasper. I've never come across this variety of jasper before. This is what I love about Jewellery Maker. We can bring you so many different qualities. We've bought you in the past Picasso jasper, we've bought you picture jasper, we've bought you zebra jasper, we've bought you cappuccino jasper, we've bought you, oh my word, imperial jasper. This is all the way from the USA. I've got a set of cabochons here. This is Coffee Dot Jasper. It's totally and utterly natural. And I have to say, these are simply beautiful examples of this amazing gem. Look at this. You've got this wonderful mottled gemstone. It's a bit kind of like either a tortoiseshell or like, you know when you see a dog that's brindle, it's got that beautiful kind of mottled colouring. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous quality. These are wonderful, aren't they? Now, you're going to be getting a definite carat weight here. You're going to be guaranteed a carat weight of 730 carats of this beautiful Coffee Dot Jasper. Now, I can't guarantee exactly how many cabochons you're going to be getting. On this particular, in this particular set, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cabochons. You may be getting 8, you may be getting 10, you may be getting slightly less, slightly more. I can't guarantee exactly how many you're going to be getting. That one there's got 10. So you could be getting slightly more, slightly less. You'll notice on that picture there, you've got ovals, you've got rectangles, and you've got pear drops. In this selection here, I've got ovals, I've got pear drops, I've got a kind of a shorter, fatter pear drop, and I've got a square one as well. And on the recording, we've got a different set of cabochons again. On this one here, you can see you get 9. There's some rectangular ones there by the look of it. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Really, really, really beautiful. Now, with the cabochons we've been bringing you over the last few months, they've all had a similar kind of carat weight, haven't they? You know, lovely, lovely high carat weight. The reason why cabochons have been so popular, I think, over the last few months on Jewellery Maker, since about kind of August last year, is we've been able to get some fantastic quality gemstones in cabochon varieties. We've been giving them to our guest designers, and what we've done is we haven't just given them to our wirework experts, but we've given them to Kumihimo experts, we've given them to McRae experts, we've given them to soutache experts, we've given them to pretty much all of our guest designers. And what this has enabled us to do, and us to show you, and for you to find out, is there are so many ways in which you can set a cabochon. You can, if you want to, do what Fiona did here, and create these beautiful wirework pieces where she's literally got this wirework kind of netted quality, and it is a bit like Viking knit, isn't it? And has encapsulated the cabochon that way. You can, if you want to, prong set it. That's something which Alison Tarry might do. You can, if you want to, use it in soutache. So literally getting one of these cabochons, popping E6000 glue on the back of it, popping it onto backing fabric and surrounding it with soutache or surrounding it with gemstones. In fact, that's one of the things that I think you did, wasn't it, Prue, with the shell pearl cabochons. It's a lovely and actually a really, really simple way of setting cabochons, isn't it?
It is, yes, and very secure as well, because you're actually embroidering around with your smaller gemstones, and that holds it in place. It's glued onto a backing and held in place with the ring of beads around the side.
Oh, that's perfect. So what you get a cabochon like this, you in fact I've got the design here that you made actually, Prue. Oh, and there's another one there as well, goodness me. Did you make this one as well, Prue?
Yes.
You have been busy.
So basically, yes, you start off by just sticking the cabochon onto a backing, and then using a needle and beading thread, bead around it with whatever gemstones you want to. They don't have to be that small. The bottom one is just showing a ring beaded around. The upper one is actually a stitch called netting, where I've encapsulated the cabochon with the spacer beads there in the netting design, and they're great fun to do. And those were shown on a previous DI, so they're available, and it will work with all different sorts of cabochons.
Wonderful. So if you want to go back and have a look at that show with Prue, go to our YouTube channel, go to our designer inspiration shows, and if you type into our YouTube channel Prue's name, then you'll be able to see the actual designer inspiration show where she's created these designs. The thing about these cabochons that we've got today is we've tried very, very hard to get the price point of these as low as we possibly can. I am used to seeing cabochons of this kind of quality, of this kind of size, and these kind of deals on Jewellery Maker at kind of $24.95. That seems to be the kind of the going rate at the minute for these big packs of substantial carat weight cabochons. That seems to be the kind of deal that these are going for at the moment. What's so wonderful about this today is, yes, you're getting natural jasper, yes, you're getting a variety of jasper that I've never come across before. Perhaps you've come across it before, perhaps you haven't. Coffee dot jasper is not something which we have every day on Jewellery Maker. It is entirely natural, and today you are guaranteed 730 carats of coffee dot jasper for under £20. Have a look at this deal right here. You're going to love this. £14.95p. That's about £10 lower than the kind of price point where these kind of cabochons normally sell. So this is making it even more accessible, even more of a fantastic deal for you today. And there are so many ways in which you can set these cabochons. I love the fact that here on Jewellery Maker we've given cabochons like this to pretty much all of our guest designers, whether they're into wire work, whether they're into soutache, whether they're into fabrics, whether they're into polymer clay, whether they're into oh goodness me, Kumihimo or macrame or micro macrame. We've given cabochons like this to pretty much all of our guest designers. So you can, if you want to, look back on our YouTube channel and see dozens and dozens of different designer inspiration shows and day shows and even late shows where you can see cabochons like this being set. It really is incredible. We also have a brand new workshop here at Jewellery Maker called Catch a Cabochon, which is run by Laura Binding. She had one of the first ones last week. It was unbelievably popular. We had a room full of people. If you do want to, if you are interested in coming on her next Catch a Cabochon workshop, I think her next one is, let's see if I've got the details on it actually. I've got the spring hub here. Catch a Cabochon, when's the next one? Chips and nuggets. I'm not entirely sure. She might not have one in May. Chainmail, wild work for beginners, silk screening, bare copper. Goodness me, there's everything but Catch a Cabochon, I think. You'll have to speak to Wendy. If you email workshop@jewellerymaker.com, so workshop@jewellerymaker.com, you'll get through to a lovely lady, a really, really lovely lady called Wendy, and she will give you details about when the next Catch a Cabochon workshop is. It's absolutely fantastic. It's with Laura Binding, and it is one of those workshops that you will come away from it and think, oh my word, I can set anything. I can set any kind of cabochon of any kind of size, any kind of shape. Now, Prue, I'm so sorry. We were going to challenge you with this. We're not anymore.
Oh dear. I was looking forward to that, I must admit.
We're going to challenge you with a pair of tweezers and some first-class stamps. That's what we're going to challenge Prue with today. I am obviously joking, don't worry. But we thought, as we had the design, as we'd had the budding beaders making this gorgeous pendant and cuff ensemble, that we would challenge Prue with something different. We're actually going to be challenging Prue with some moonstone slabs. Have you seen the moonstone?
I have just seen it there.
I think it's a fairly decent replacement.
I think so, yes.
It's absolutely incredible, isn't it?
The problem is I might spend all my time looking at them and not doing anything with them.
They are bewitching, aren't they?
Yes, definitely.
These moonstones are coming up a little bit later on in the show. I bought you some moonstone yesterday, which I said, was a taster for what we had on today's show. We only had 25 of the ones on the show yesterday, and they were £34.95p. Today, this is a brand new strand. I've got a much, much larger quantity of these, and they're going lower, and they're incredible, aren't they? They're absolutely amazing. This has got to be some of the finest moonstone we have ever had on Jewellery Maker. Woo! Can't wait to do these. I can't wait to see what Prue makes with these as well. Maybe something for me.
Oh.
Right, fantastic. Okay, now let's do that. Let's move that. Let's move that over here. Now, where are we going now, Phil? Hang on, there we go. Sorry, Phil, say again. This one? Perfect, okay. Yes, I've got them here. Now, I did say on today's show we had some Kumihimo findings coming up. We do have Kumihimo findings. They're right here. They're right now. Get them now. Yesterday, we bought you... Did we bring you some 5 Kumihimo findings yesterday? Might have been a couple of days. It might have even been on Monday. And it wasn't a Kumihimo show. And they absolutely flew out the door. Even when we don't have a Kumihimo show, when we bring you findings packs like these, they always go. Because there are lots of people who do other forms of braiding and threading, where these findings are just as useful. Now, there's 3 accessory packs here. Rose gold plated copper, silver plated copper, and yellow gold plated copper. Now, you don't have to choose which one you want. You're going to get all 3. You're going to get all 3. Okay? Now, the first one, silver plated copper Kumihimo accessory pack. In this, you're going to be getting 3 toggle clasps. You're also going to be getting 6 of your oval jump rings, and we'll talk to Prue about why they're oval in a moment. You're also going to be getting your, hang on, let me just open this up. There we go, be careful, because someone's going to get this one, because it is going to sell out. You're also going to be getting these, which are the carriers, which Prue used in a DVD. How many of the carriers? 3 of these beautiful carriers. These are all silver plated copper. Aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful. You can see them used in this design here, actually. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And you're also going to be getting end caps as well. Now, these end caps are wonderful. They can take up to, it doesn't actually say, I don't have the details of the individual findings pack, unfortunately. But it says 4mm. I wonder, yeah, probably about 4mm worth of cord, actually. And you can finish off up to 1, 2, 3 pieces of Kumihimo jewellery simply by putting your braids into these end caps here. Now, Prue, these have got, this findings pack, as with all the accessory packs that we've got here, have got oval-shaped jump rings. Why is that?
It's just to make it easier to attach them to the top of the end cap like that, because it's the end cap is a little bit wider than, say, a jump ring, and it's quite small. So to try and get a curved piece of wire of a reasonable size through it, it's not going to work. So you open up the hole on the break on the jump ring is on the flat side of the oval, and so that's the bit you get through the end cap, and then you close it, and it closes just beside the tip of the end cap.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Very neat.
So a really, really useful finding. So you've got your silver plated copper findings pack. Next, what are we going to do next, Claire? The gold one, brilliant. So we've got the gold plated copper one now. Okay, so with the gold plated one, you're going to be getting exactly the same by the look of it. Yeah, exactly the same. Slightly larger end caps on this one. So this will take up to a 6mm braid. Let's get that one out very, very quickly. That will take up to a 6mm braid. And actually you can see that these kind of findings being used in this piece of jewellery here. Slightly different, but same kind of finding. There you are. So there's your end cap being used there. So there's your 6mm end cap there. Okay. Again, enough to finish off 3 pieces of your Kumihimo jewellery, and then the rose gold plated copper one as well. Now, the rose gold plated copper one is actually the smallest one. It's got the 3mm end caps on it, so the yellow gold plated copper one is the largest one, so your 3mm one is just there. So exactly the same findings pack, it's just with this one, the end caps are slightly smaller. Okay, slightly narrower, I should say. Okay, so £15.85p. I've already got loads and loads and loads of people coming through to get this. It's an absolutely amazing deal, isn't it? It's incredible. That's not your price, though. No, we're going lower. How about we take all 3 accessory Kumihimo findings packs below £10. That works out to less than £3.40 per findings pack. Which, I tell you something, you try and find these kind of Kumihimo findings packs, which are precious metal plated copper, anywhere else for £3.31-ish a findings pack, and I tell you, I just can't see it happening. I cannot see it happening. Today on Jewellery Maker, it is happening. Get it now, enjoy it. Now, there are so many other things in which you can, so many other mediums with which you can use these findings packs other than Kumihimo. If you're into McRae, if you just want to use this with a big fat leather cord or a big fat suedette cord that maybe you've got, you don't have to use multiple cords. You can even use it with wire work if you want to as well. There are lots and lots of different ways in which you can use these findings packs other than just Kumihimo. A lot of you will, I'm sure, be using these with Kumihimo braids, but there are other ways in which you can use these. I love the fact these have all got carriers with them as well, so the charm carriers or pendant carriers, however you want to use them. You can just pop these over your beautiful braids, whether they're beaded like this, or if they're just a single piece of leather cord, you could just pop it over a single piece of leather cord and they'll look absolutely great. Or just use them with your stretchy bracelets. It doesn't need to be anything braided or anything embellished. It can be something as simple as a stretchy bracelet that you use these with. They are wonderful, aren't they? Findings packs like these are just great, aren't they, Prue? And they will, and the quality's wonderful, I think.
Yeah, very good quality, and they're so useful. And you know, I always seem to be saying the same thing. You can't have enough of them because you make your Kumihimo, and it is important to finish it off quite quickly, I find, because otherwise you're left with all those ends, and then it never gets finished. Yeah. And the biggest sticking point is not having the right sized ends. So if you've got a selection in stock, you're ready for anything. That's the way I do it.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. These have all sold out. Well done, everyone. You knew it was going to be busy today, didn't you? Yeah, absolutely. Now, okay. This is another thing you are going to need. It's going to be very difficult to do any kind of braiding technique, be it macrame, be it kumihimo, be it, I don't know, knitting, crochet, bead looming, if you haven't got a thread. It's very, very difficult. If you've got any kind of thread, whether it's wire, whether it's, I don't know, a bit of old string, you can do any of these techniques. but it's nice to be able to get them in gorgeous colours, in lots of gorgeous textures and different varieties. Mixing up your braids as well looks really wonderful. Prue, have you ever tried to mix up satin cord and maybe something like a waxed cord?
Definitely.
It looks gorgeous.
Yes, you get a lovely texture to it, and you can use different thicknesses as well. It doesn't have to all be the same thickness, so you can play around like that, and you can. That's the way you can customise your braids, really.
So if you have maybe a thick braid and a much finer braid, what kind of a braid is it going to give you?
It just gives you a really nice texture. So you'll have a spiral of where part of the spiral is much smaller, tiny, so you get a ridged spiral,
almost
really.
Like an indentation.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Oh, how lovely!
And maybe you could, if you have got two cords that are the same thickness, you could double up on one of them to get that effect, and just have the other one single. So having lots of cords, it just gives you so much flexibility.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, okay. There's lots of different cords here. I'll go through them as quickly as I can. 10 meters of this beautiful canary yellow satin cord. 10 meters of orange satin cord. It's a really sumptuous, very velvety cord. You're also going to be getting 10 meters of blue waxed cord, 10 meters of orange waxed cord, 10 meters of yellow waxed cord, another 10 meters of orange waxed cord. The red cord, what's this? Is this, oh, it's woven cotton. We don't see this a lot on Jewellery Maker. 10 meters of your woven cotton cord in red. You're then going to be getting 5 meters of baby pink suede cord, another 5 meters of your baby pink suede cord, and 5 meters of your light green sparkle suede cord as well. So in total, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85 meters of cord. Should be £18.50. That's a lot of cord. It's a lot of cord. We're going to go lower though, of course. You could do something as simple as just plaiting it, making a friendship bracelet, or getting a single strand around your neckline to make that beautiful bracelet and just tying a little sliding knot in it. £9.95 for 85 meters of your cord. And do you know what I like to think of these as? When you start to mix these up and you start to mix textures up, it's like looking at ladies, if you have your hair highlighted or low lighted, why do you have it done? It's because it breaks up that kind of solid block of colour. It stops your hair colour from becoming too kind of dense and too kind of blocky. It gives light and shade and texture through your hair, and that's how I think of using different threading materials like this. It's kind of altering the texture, altering the light and shade and the texture within that braid. And as Prue says, if you start to mix up different gauges as well, so maybe using some of this suedette with maybe something very, very well, much finer, like your wax cord down here, it's really going to alter not just the look of the braid, but the feel of the braid as well. £9.95 for 85 meters of your different threads here. Fantastic. Your woven cotton, your suedette, and your waxed cord and your satin cord, all for £9.95p. Well done. Great deal there. Fantastic. Well done. Yeah, okay, which one? Yeah. The strap, really? Oh my word. Right, okay. I've got a strand of gemstones here, which... How many of these do we have? Yeah, that's what I thought. I've got a strand of gemstones here, which... if we had a larger quantity of this, I think this would probably be my presenter's pick for today. We've only got 85 chances available. If we had more like 200 to 300 available, it would have been one of those strands that you see promoted on Jewellery Maker for about a week, and we bring it to you on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon when we're really kind of at our busiest. Because the quantity is so low, I'm just going to bring it to you now, because I know it's going to sell out. Genuine Brazilian amethyst, step cut rectangle. So what does that say to you? You know the gemstones are going to be rectangular in shape. It's amethyst from Brazil, so colour-wise it's going to be a little bit lighter. Clarity-wise I'm expecting something really amazing, because it's Brazilian amethyst. African amethyst tends to have a lesser clarity and a deeper colour. And it's been step cut, so I'm expecting some really superb faceting. That's what I'm expecting. That's what you're getting. Wow, wow, wow. If we had 200, maybe 300 of this strand, we would probably be promoting this strand for about a week, and it would be on a weekend show when we're at our very, 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 very busiest. Because we only have 85, well, we've actually got less than 80 chances left now, I can bring this to you right now, and I know that every single one of these is going to sell out in record time. Now, African amethyst, delicate purples, isn't it? Delicate purples. What should you be seeing as I move these gemstones forwards and backwards? You should be seeing almost like white strips of light coming off the gemstone. Are we going to get that? Yeah, look at that. That's internal brilliance, and that is luster coming from the outside of the gemstone, scintillation. You are getting exactly, look how many people are coming through for this, exactly the kind of quality you would expect to get from top quality, gem quality amethyst. This is exactly what it is. Now, I've got multi-buyers coming through for this. I've got loads and loads of people coming through on the web and on the phone lines. Lots of people checking their baskets out. We haven't even brought the price on yet. Let's bring the price on now. Half the stock has already been allocated. I know. I honestly, when I saw the price bought for this strand yesterday, I couldn't believe it either. £14.95p. That for me is a strand, you know, looking at that strand, looking at the quality, and my expectation, have my expectations been met? Oh my word, yes, and then some, because the price point's even more incredible. £14.95p. Like I said, if this had been a strand of gemstones that we had 200-300 of, it probably would have been played on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday afternoon when we're at our busiest, and it would have been promoted for an entire week. The quality you've got here, sensational. The clarity, absolutely wonderful. And if you want to prong set this maybe into a ring or into a necklace, into a pendant, oh my word, what a beautiful strand. And you've got that gorgeous anatomical quality of the gemstone, because you've got the pavilion of the coulis of the gemstone going down, the pavilion of the gemstone being the slanty bits. You've got to be so quick. I've got 20 chances left, and I've got 40 of you with this in your baskets. We're going to have loads of people missing out on this. Please don't be one of those people. Check your baskets out as quickly as you can. Well done, everyone. Isn't that delicious? Just beautiful. That colour as well. That is proper Brazilian amethyst, isn't it? Proper, proper, proper. If it was African amethyst, I'd expect it to be a little bit darker and deeper in colour. I'd also expect the clarity not to be as strong. But because this is top quality, minus Jerris, Brazilian amethyst, you have got that clarity, you have got that beautiful quality. Well done, everyone. Elizabeth, you just added this to your order. So's Valerie and Viv and Denise has just come through to get 2. Well done, everyone. Fantastic. Yeah, do you know what, Phil? You're right. Phil just said if we'd had another 150 of those, then it is still sold out. Yeah, definitely. I've been really spoiled over the last couple of days with the kits that we've had from Pip. Pip, he's a great, isn't he? We love Pip. He knows how to put a good kit together, doesn't he? Our Pip. Pip Stoddard. Find him on Facebook. He sits upstairs and he puts all of our kits together, and I tell you what, he tailor makes pretty much all of our kits for our guest designers, and this is another one of these kits that, oh wow, this could only go to one guest designer. Oh, it's beautiful. It's got my favourite black gemstone in it. This is super, super, super luxurious. I mean, there's luxury, and then there's this kit. It's absolutely one of those kits where you're not going to be constricted to using certain colours with other colours. You're not going to be constricted with. You're not going to feel limited because the gemstones are all kind of a mishmash in sizes, and you've got to kind of really think about how to put them together. Because this gemstone is essentially a monochrome kit, you are able to just go with it, go with the design, and you can't help but make high-end, opulent looking jewellery from this kit. I challenge anybody to try and make jewellery from this kit that doesn't look like it's worth triple figures. I challenge anyone. Even if you're making a stretchy bracelet, and I'll come to my favourite strand in a moment. You've got this beautiful strand here of this gorgeous kind of cloudy white Rainbow Moonstone. And what I love about this is the fact that it's got that consistent opaque quality going all the way through it. So you have this wonderful cloud-like quality. Wonderful. If you look deep into the gemstone, you can see the texture. It's not a solid white, like a solid white howlite. It's a gorgeous cloud-like quality. It's a lovely, lovely texture that you get running through this. Now you are going to be getting 2 other strands of gemstones. First one, black agate faceted rounds. These are 3mm in size. They're beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at them sparkle, aren't they gorgeous? But there is another black gemstone. Oh, look how sparkly. That is gorgeous, isn't it? There is another black gemstone in this kit. I've got a black agate carved flower. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? It's got a lovely little drill hole at the top of the gemstone here, so if you want to set it into a pendant, perfect. Just one drill hole. Isn't that gorgeous? Think how long that's taken to carve that rose-shaped bead. Isn't that amazing? That just in a ring or a fascinator. Goodness me. A ring, definitely for me, yeah. I mean, that would just be, I mean, that's so designer, isn't it? That with rose gold or with some silver. Gorgeous. Now, this next strand of gemstones needs no introduction, really. It's my favourite black gemstone. I prefer this to every other black gemstone in the world. I prefer it to black tourmaline. I prefer it to black diamonds. This, in my opinion, is the most luxurious gemstone in the world. Black spinel. Oh my word. Look at this. There is no other gemstone in the world which invokes such quality and luxury for me as black spinel. I mean, this for me is the absolute pinnacle of quality. Black spinel is a gemstone that we try and get as often as we can on Jewellery Maker. We try and we experiment a lot of our different cuts onto this gemstone because, of course, you can see when this gemstone is faceted, it sings. It is the most beautiful black gemstone, I think, in the world. It is absolutely glorious. It's actually extremely difficult for us to get hold of black spinel. It's, as I'm sure you can imagine, a gemstone which is in extremely high demand. So you've got your 3 strands of beautiful seed bead gemstones. You've also got your carved agate rose. Next, okay, Eslon thread, black, this gorgeous silvery grey, and white. Now your Eslon thread you've got here, your black and your silver Eslon thread, you've got 70 metres of each because they're 0.4mm in gauge, and your white, you've got your thicker 0.9mm gauge Eslon thread, which is 32 metres in length. Okay, so perfect. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. You've then got your threading pack with monofilament beading thread and elastic, which are going to be useful with all 3 of these gemstone strands, and of course your carved rose as well. You've also got your accessory pack. I've got the accessory pack here, your silver plated copper accessory pack with 4 ribbon ends with extender chains, 2 toggle clasps, jump rings and chain. Now all of your accessories are in here, in this beautiful little matrix box. I'll just get the chain out just so you can see the chain. Actually no, I'll show you one of the toggle clasps first. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Look how decorative that is. Was saying how important it is to finish off your pieces of jewellery in a kind of a professional way, and this finance pack really allows you to do that. Beautiful silver plated copper chain there. Oh yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You're also going to be getting another variety of chain here, ball chain. Now I love the way Prue's uses in her designs. It really is amazing the way she's used it. wait till you see the jewellery. It's just incredible. You've got 1.5 mil gauge ball chain here. You're getting 1 metre in length. The ball chain itself, I believe, is silver plated brass. Yeah. So silver plated brass ball chain with 1.5 millimetre gauge beads on it. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. You're also going to be getting spacer beads. Oops. Which have gone everywhere. Sorry, everyone. Silver-plated copper spacers. You've got these gorgeous tubes, which I'll get. They're like really, really big, heavy-duty crimp beads. They're a lot thicker than crimp beads. I'll show you the profile in a minute. So you've got these lovely crimp bead-shaped beads here. Let me show you the actual profile, well, the cross-section of these, because they are much, much thicker, you'll note, than crimp beads. They're gorgeous, aren't they? You're getting 200 of these, 3 by 2 millimetres in diameter, and then you've got these beads here, which I've never seen before today. I absolutely love them. The quality of these beads, I can only imagine. Oh, they're seriously weighty. They're so heavy. These are beautiful, aren't they? They're very much like a very famous, well-known charm company's beads. Not mentioning any names, but you know who I mean. They're like gizmo beads, aren't they? They're beautiful. These beautiful spiraled kind of gizmo beads. Absolutely gorgeous. How many of these do you get? 20 of these. Wow, they're silver plated copper. 20 of your fancy spacers as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, with all of our kits today, we've gone as low as we possibly can. Whether you're brand new to Kumihimo, whether you're a seasoned Kumihimo-ist, this kit really can be for you. You've got all the gemstones you need, you've got all your findings as well, you've got your 200 spacer beads here, further 20 spacer beads here, hundreds of meters of your Eslon thread, and your beading, and your threading pack as well. £52.40p, that's what you should be paying today. How about we go low? How about we go low buffalo? Oh yeah, you know it's going to happen. All the way down. Here is your fantastic price point today. £32.40. Absolutely amazing. £32.40p. Now, when you consider you've got black spinel in here, you've got your carved rose, you've got your ball chain, you've got your Eslon thread, you've got all your extra seed beads, spacer beads, and your accessory pack. That is absolutely amazing, isn't it? Gorgeous. Prue, it must be nice to work with a kit that's essentially monochrome, black and white, because it helps you to what I've often found that when I've worked with black and white gemstones, it just helps you focus a little bit more on the design of the piece.
Yes, I think that's very true. You don't get distracted by the colour. You don't have any preconceptions because of the colour that it's got to be summery or whatever. You can just concentrate on the shapes and what you want to do with them.
What were your thoughts on the black spinel?
Well, it's the first time I've actually had my hands on
it.
So I couldn't believe the sparkle of it, really. That was really what struck me. You know, obviously I've seen it shown on Jewellery Maker, but I haven't got my hands on it before, and I'm won over.
It is the most. I challenge anybody to find a black gemstone that is as sparkly as spinel. It is absolutely my favourite. I love how you've used it there. Have you sewn that onto the design there, Prue?
Yes, I have. Yes, because
Beautiful.
I wanted to keep the delicacy of the spinel, but I wanted to make a slightly more substantial bracelet out of it.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is how Prue's used the ball chain. I said this was really awesome. Look at this. Now, have you just woven this into a Kumihimo braid?
It's actually braided in. Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that fantastic? And that must have been a lot easier than using lots and lots of spacer beads.
Yes, yeah, no, absolutely, yes.
I love this carved rose, don't you?
It's beautiful, and you could do so much with it. You could use it like a cabochon, really, couldn't you?
You really could,
I wanted to keep it, for this I wanted to keep it simple, because I wanted it to be all about the braid, really.
Beautiful. The fancy spacer beads that you've got here look like, they do look like gizmo beads, don't they?
Yes, they do, yes.
They're gorgeous. Yes. They look wonderful with the moonstone here. Really, really wonderful. And again, you've used them on the bracelet here as well. Just as little spaces. Have you secured them at all? Have you kind of woven them in, or are they just spaced out?
I made sure that I made the braid the right sort of size, and then braids you can make them a bit thinner by stretching them a bit. So then I stretched it. I could just get them on, and then as the braid relaxed back into shape, it sort of gripped them in position.
Fabulous. Isn't that fantastic? Beautiful little earrings here with the last few of those black spinels, the moonstone, beautiful little spacer beads as well. The long spacer, well, say the long spacer tubes, the kind of oversized crimp beads, they look wonderful in this design. They look very sophisticated in this design, don't they?
They're beautiful when they're all strung together like that.
Oh,
you
yes.
you can kumihimo them as well. You get quite sort of more of a choppy effect, of course, but I wanted to keep them together because I loved the way they sat next to each other, really.
Yes, they really do look wonderful. With all three of our kits today, I must just mention they are very, very, very limited in stock. The first kit that we bought you, I've literally got maybe a handful left. With this kit, well over half the quantity has been allocated. These are not high quantity kits, so you've got to get them in your basket as quickly as you can. Prue, I've completely forgotten what we're going to demo from this kit.
We're going to demo this one.
With the ball chain.
With the ball chain,
Oh, yes, please. Oh, yes, show us how to do this, Prue. That would be gorgeous. Lovely.
Well, the interesting thing about this is one of these occasions when I started working on it, it turned out a little bit differently to the way I expected.
A happy happening.
And I'm going to develop this method, really. What I'm using here is a traditional braid. It's actually hollow braid.
Okay.
But the way I have attached or braided the ball chain in flattens out the hollow braid. So it actually gives you a sort of flat braid, although it's made on the round disc and it's a traditional braid. So it looks quite unlike the sort of hollow braids that I've done before.
Wonderful.
So you know that is the fun of working with a kit like this that's got some unexpected pieces in it. It gives you the chance to try new ideas, and I was very pleased with the way that turned out. Thought it was quite a subtle effect as well.
Oh, it really is subtle, yes. Gorgeous.
And so we're going to use the round disc for this, and you need 8 lengths of 1 meter of the, and I've done this in black. It could be done in any colour, and it could be done in any size. So I've actually, for this one, I used the thinner because I wanted to do on the black, but you could do it with the white Eslon that's in the wider diameter. So it's quite a forgiving braid in that respect. So you need 8 lengths of 1 meter. I'm going to use slightly less than that, just so that my hands stay more or less in shot. And Eslon generally is quite nice and easy to pull off the reel. It's quite a well-behaved cord. It doesn't tangle. I mean, it probably will tangle up now, though. I've said it won't tangle up. I never find it tangles at home. There we go. We've even got it caught round. There we go. So we're nearly there. So there we go. A few more. So 8 lengths of a meter.
It's such a wonderful thread. I love Eslon.
Yes, no, it is brilliant, and I'm so pleased that we've got it now in the larger diameter, because it just gives you a bit more flexibility, really.
Definitely.
4, 6. There we go. And all you need to do is tighten a knot at one end and put it onto your disc. And for hollow braid, it goes onto the disc in the same way that it would for the normal round braid, on either side of the dots. So this is going to be the second new braid that I'm showing today, but I would master one first before you go on to the next one.
I bet there are infinite amounts of braids, aren't there?
Well, there are, because Kumihimo has been going for centuries, really centuries. Though this disc was a modern invention this century only, which has made it available to everyone else.
So how did people used to do Kumihimo?
Oh no, it's on something called a marudai, which looks like a bit like a stool with a hole in the middle, and it's a system of weights, so that you have a weight on the middle, but you also have to have weights on each cord, and they have to balance. So it's much more complex.
Wow.
I have one, and it's lovely to use, but this is so portable, and I do love to use my marudai, but this is what I turn to most of the time, I must admit. So once you've got your cords in position, we're going to start hollow braid, and the way this works is we're going to take, you've got them basically in 4 groups, and you're going to take the left hand top cord and move it just to the beginning of the next group. Then you take the next cord and move it round. Again, the next cord and move it round to the next group. And finally, the next, wait a minute, sorry. If I did the next cord, what I'm supposed to be doing, and taking it up to there. And that's half the moves. And we've gone in a clockwise direction there.
Yes.
Now we're going to go back, doing similar moves, but in an anti-clockwise direction. So we take the top right hand cord and move to the beginning of the next group. Take the cord next door to it and bring it round to the next group. You can see I'm tightening up my cords as I go. Always keep your tension tight. Next cord, move it on. Next cord, move it on. And now, as you can see, we've got the top cords together, but the others are apart. So we just put them back next door to the dots. That's called repositioning. And then we're back at our starting point. So that's the sequence of moves. You go clockwise, moving one cord to the next group each time, and then you go anti-clockwise, and that's your whole sequence. And as you work that, what will happen is you have a little sort of hollow gap in the middle of the braid. So shall I go through that one more time?
Please do, yes.
Right, okay,
yes,
so a little bit faster then. So just working from group to group. So first of all, clockwise. And then anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
And then reposition.
Okay.
So we get back.
So how many times do you do that before you bring the ball chain into play?
Right, you do that for about 1 to 2 centimetres, and that just gives you the starting point to your braid. Some of that will be snipped off to put into your clasp. But now, when we add the ball chain, what we're going to do is just lay it over the braid like that.
Okay.
And clip it into position with your weight.
Ah, right.
So that's just a temporary measure. So I'm just holding it so that the weight is holding onto it, and then it's just going to slot over like that. And now what we're going to do is just continue doing the same moves. So we just leave that exactly where it is and ignore it for the first set of moves.
Okay.
So again, round we go, and back, anti-clockwise. And I'm just totally ignoring what's happening with that.
Yes, so you're not kind of altering the tension of the chain at all. You're just not.
Just leave it. Just go over it. Reposition. And then once you've done your whole set of moves, one in each direction, then you take the ball chain and flip it back over. And this is the way you're going to do it. You're just going to flip it to and fro after each set of moves. So now I'm going to do the same set of moves again, but with the ball chain in a different position. So again, I'm going round. Just ignoring what's happening with the ball chain at this position, at this point. Just concentrating on getting my moves right. There we go. Reposition. So back into starting positions. And now we're going to flip it back and just sort of tighten it up a little bit. As we bring it back, it starts to flatten out the braid. And just a few of so some of the little parts of the ball chain will be inside the braid, but some of them, 2 to 3, will be on the outside on each side.
Lovely.
And so that's how you do it, just flipping to and fro.
Right, okay. And that will help to flatten the braid out. That's a really fantastic kind of device almost, isn't it?
And quite a new way of using a really traditional braid. When you actually come to taking it off and wanting to put the clasp on, what you do need to do is pop a little bit of glue into the centre point before you take it off the braid, just to keep that ball chain in position. So just pop any glue will do. It could be the E6, something that'll sink into the fibres really a little bit. All you're trying to do is just seal the braid so it doesn't come undone. And then once that's dried or is touch dry, then take it off the disc, and you can tie the cords in a knot, and then just snip off using your pliers, your cutters, just snip off the ball chain.
Gorgeous. Isn't that fantastic? And that's one of those techniques which Prue, you just kind of it just kind of evolved. I take it. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the fun of something traditional like Kumihimo. There are so many things you can do, but there are actually so many new things you can do, particularly when you're using new materials.
Fabulous.
The ancient Japanese didn't have ball chain, and they didn't use Kumihimo for jewellery either.
There we go.
We can.
Fantastic kit, this one. Brilliant. Speaking of moving on to new things, we've got a recap of the DVD, the brand new DVD launch that we've had this morning with Prue. We now have a Prue view. This is just awful. This is awful. I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Right. So we've managed to get a clip of the brand new Micro Kumihimo DVD to play out. This is a brand new DVD launch that we've had today, the biggest launch that we've had this year so far, where there are 5 techniques on this DVD, from making a braid. Oh yes, can you? Now on this bit of the DVD, what are you talking through? This is the making the braid.
Yes, I'm talking about how you can adjust the patterns, really make different patterns just by changing the position of your cords on the disc. So using basic techniques, but it's all about planning where you put your cords as to what sort of surface pattern you want on the braid. Because all the braids on this disc are round braid, which is the basic and most versatile of all the braids. You can do an awful lot with them. So that's what I'm concentrating on there.
Fantastic. We're looking at a clip there of the beaded. The gemstone chip bracelets. You can see you're adding on gemstones at this point as well. We're just kind of giving you a taster as to what's on the DVD. This looks like it's a little clip from the lariat style
That's right,
necklace
yes,
as
just
well.
doing the tassel there, yes.
Oh, beautiful. Such a gorgeous design, isn't it? Great for Kumihimo, great for use with gemstones, especially because they're going to weigh that design down.
It does feel lovely to wear, actually.
Beautiful. So on the DVD, you learn how to make a braid. So if you're right at the beginning of your Kumihimo hobby, it doesn't matter. Prue goes right the way from the very, very beginning of the hobby for you, which is great. So making a braid, gemstone chip bracelet, round gemstone heart charm bracelet, bead effect necklace, and the beaded tassel lariat style piece as well. It's only $4.95. It's an hour-long DVD. It's Prue's first ever Kumihimo DVD for Jewellery Maker. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you have already added this onto your order. I know we're experiencing some technical difficulties for the first kind of 3, 4, 5 minutes of the show. I've just been told. So if you couldn't add it to your order first thing, add it to your order now. I've got loads of you with this in your baskets. It is a brand new DVD launch, so obviously we do have a nice big quantity of this, but we don't have an infinite quantity. So just do add it onto your order as quickly as you can. Deborah in Pennsylvania says, got mine, and one for new friends in New Jersey. Must do that lariat style. Love it. Good morning, Carol and Prue. Good morning. And I say, Pennsylvania. Whereabouts is Pennsylvania in the US? Do we know?
On the east, but you know, these two have become friends. These two Deborahs, Debbie and Deborah, have become friends through Jewellery Maker, and they're meeting up for a coffee soon, I gather.
Oh, that's fantastic! That's brilliant. So Debbie in Pennsylvania and Deborah from New Jersey meeting up. Oh, how fantastic is that? I must just say, if you are watching us over in the US and you do get any of our DVDs which you can't necessarily play on your DVD players over in the US, you should be able to play either on a games console or on your laptop. We do sell them in some of our DVDs, so you should be able to get some of them. We are hopefully going to be getting all of our DVDs available to everyone in the world, no matter where you are, over the next few months. Prue, fantastic demo again. Thank you. Something so different. I've just had another 200 DVDs allocated, so we've definitely got loads and loads of people watching and interested in Prue's first ever DVD launch on Jewellery Maker. So fantastic. Well done. $4.95. Let's go see some of your designs on the Wall of Fame. Beautiful pearl design here, number 379. This is from Brian, who says, hello all, this is mine too for this week's Wall of Fame. White pearls with 6mm wire from Jewellery Maker. The connectors were from a broken rosary chain. It's lovely to upcycle these pieces, isn't it? That's just beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous pearls there, and best of luck. Brilliant.
And I've got number 380 from Angela in Northamptonshire. Hi everyone at JM. Here's my entry for the Wall of Fame. It's made from a long Kumihimo'd length of zari braided thread from JM, which I'd made and then didn't know what to do with. I tried this same knot with paracord, but it wasn't solid enough, and then hit on the idea of using this zari thread braid.
Oh wow.
Finished off with Kumihimo ends and gold chain. can we have thicker paracord, please, so I can try some more knots? Good luck to everyone, but especially me. Thanks for all the helpful demos and lovely gems. And that's from Angela in Northamptonshire.
Thanks,
that's
Angela.
beautiful. And what a great use for Kumihimo. It just goes to show, you know, just do your Kumihimo and then see what you can do with it. This is
Really?
fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. We do have some more paracord in stock. We do have some of the really thick braiding that we had a few months ago, the climbing rope, which we are definitely reordering because it all sold out when we first bought it to you, and that's an incredible product. So we will be getting that in, hopefully for the birthday show, which is over the first May bank holiday. Are you going to be joining us for the birthday show at all, Prue?
Yes, on the 5th.
Ooh, fantastic. Number 381, two beautiful bracelets here from Abby. Hi all, I'm totally hooked on your show. Good. Please accept the following as my entry to this week's Wall of Fame. They're wire calf bracelets that I knitted with 1mm and 0.4mm gauge wire for my twin nieces who both adored them. Good. All wire from Jewellery Maker. Good luck to all who enter, and that's from Abby. Thanks, your adoring fan, Abby. That's really lovely. Thanks, Abby. Brilliant.
Lovely. And I've got number 382, and this is from Lynn, but unfortunately where you're from hasn't quite printed properly, so we might come back to that. Hi all. My entry for this week's Wall of Fame is a pearl necklace and earring finished with sterling silver. I love pearls of all shapes and sizes. They can look so classic but also modern, and that's right, isn't it? I mean, they just always look right, don't they? That's beautiful. Lovely. Love the shape of those.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Number 383, beautiful polymer clay design. Debbie Bulford would love this one. From Sue in Chesterfield. I love the colours on this. Good morning. This is my entry to the Wall of Fame. All beads are made with polymer clay. Picture not doing it justice, as it's really nice, even if I do say so myself. I don't know, I think it looks beautiful. Made to go with a new summer top, which is the same green. Oh, good for you. Good luck to all. That's Sue in Chesterfield. That is such a vibrant emerald green. That's something you could wear all summer long, Sue. That is just beautiful.
Beautiful.
Lovely texture on that, wonderful. Now, coming up after the break is brand new Beryl. Now, even if I do say so myself, this strand of Beryl looks even better in real life than it does on that recording. It is absolutely incredible. It's coming up in a few moments. Also, we've challenged Prue with this strand here. It's going to be coming up in the final hour of today's show. It is the most amazing brand new strand of natural moonstone. Arguably some of the best moonstone we've ever had. And Prue, how is your strand compared to this one here? Is it just as good?
Gorgeous. Each one has got its own personality. They're absolutely stunning. Wonderful colours shining through.
Oh, wonderful. It's coming up in the last hour of the show. We've got Beryl coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
We all know having the right tools for the job is important, so we here at Jewellery Maker have designed a toolkit which includes all your essential pliers for jewellery making, including round nose and flat nose pliers, wire cutters, as well as a bead reamer, snips and tweezers. You've got everything you need for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Come and join Jewellery Maker on Facebook and get involved with over 50,000 people who have liked us. You'll get up-to-date information about our channel from the latest images of designs by our fantastic guests, gossip on what is coming up in the shows and the newest information on our workshops. You can get in contact with jewellery makers all over the world and get some fantastic hints and tips. Simply search Jewellery Maker in the search box or go to facebook.com/Jewellery Maker UK and you're there. You don't even need to have a Facebook account. We can't wait to see you there. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
You can now keep in touch by following Jewellery Maker on Twitter. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Join Vicky Carr for her baby shower on Friday the 24th of April morning show. There'll be lots of fun, extra special JM treats, and Vicky will be joined by Angela, the JM Business Academy guru. It will be a morning show not to miss, Friday the 24th of April from 9 AM.
the jewellery making fun with this fantastic In the Mix DVD. This DVD includes 4 different techniques with 4 different guest designers. Debbie Bulford shows us how to create elegant polymer clay pendants. Laura Binding is here to show us a beautiful wire-wrapped ring. Mark Smith with his fantastic macrame earrings using beading thread and gemstones. And finally Liz Welch with jewel enamel pendants. You'll be surprised just how many different ways there are to make new and exciting pieces of jewellery. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Now, this strand, in my personal opinion, looks even better in real life than it does on the recording. I mean, Tom, could we have a look at the recording of this strand, please, Lovey? This is a strand of the most gorgeous multi-colour beryl. Now, there are different families of gemstones. You have the quartz family, you've got the topaz family, you've got the corundum family, you've got dozens and dozens and dozens of gemstone families. The beryl family. In the beryl family, you have gemstones like heliodor, goshenite, morganite, aquamarine, and emerald. Those are kind of the main kind of players. In this strand alone, I can see pretty much all of those gemstones, or hints of all of those gemstones. I remember going over to Jaipur 3 years ago and having the most amazing time visiting gem cutting houses which we use over there, visiting our team over in Jaipur, Prakash and Pramod on the team. It was amazing to see how they work. It was amazing to see the length of time and the energy and the resources and the expertise which goes into strands like this. And we went to the gem cutting house where pretty much all of our gems of distinction strands come from. Which are these? These are all hand faceted, hand drilled. There I am in the cutting house. What a face! What a face!
Something upset you?
I don't know what I was talking about there. Not the best face there. It was seriously hot there. It was absolutely amazing. I had the best experience, and I'd go back tomorrow. I really would. If it wasn't for Bumpy, I'd be on a plane tomorrow and going back there and just to experience how we work over there. It's fascinating. If you ever get the chance to go. Just before we left the offices of the cutting house, Prakash and the guy who ran the cutting house, and I can't remember his name, Rami, said to me, I've got a strand that I want to show you. It was a bit of a kind of an afterthought, because we were talking about gemstones that we'd like to see on Jewellery Maker, strands that we'd like to see on Jewellery Maker. We were talking about gems of distinction. We were talking about the quality that we were expecting. And he said, would you like to see strands like this? And he opened a vault. I'm doing the twisty thing for a vault. He opened a vault and he opened the door, and on the back of the door, hanging up on the back of this door, and it was only a small vault, were a selection of strands. And one of those strands was a strand of multicolour beryl. I'd never seen a strand of multicolour beryl before. The quality of the beryl was exceptional. The colour of the beryl was exceptional. And even before he told me what it was, I'd said, yes, we've got to have that. And looking at this strand today, this could be that strand. The recording looks beautiful, doesn't it? Looks bright, looks elegant, looks so full of brilliance. In real life, that is the kind of quality you are getting. Those delicate baby pinks from the morganite, those delicate sorbet lemony colours from the Heliodor, the most beautiful delicate baby blues from aquamarine, and the tiniest most delicate greens from what would be and what potentially could turn into, if left in the ground for another however many million years, into emerald. You have got here not what I would describe as aquamarine, morganite, heliodor, goshenite and emerald, but what I would say are giving you a suggestion of. It's described as multicolour beryl, which I think is very conservative of us to describe it as that, rather than saying this is emerald, this is aquamarine, because at the end of the day what you're getting here is an incredibly beautiful blush version of those gemstones. They're all members of the beryl family. I wouldn't go as far as, like I say, as to say this is emerald, this is aquamarine, etc, etc, etc. What I would say is you are getting moments in here that suggest emerald, aquamarine, morganite, heliodor and your goshenite. Clearly you are loving this strand as much as I do, because loads and loads and loads of you have already come through to get these. The price point on this is amazing. We have had strands of multicolour beryl before. Price point wise, they've really been in the upper 30s, lower 40s. They have been some of the most considered gems of distinction strands we've ever had. I think because of the fact of the clarity and the quality you're getting. Yes, they don't have the strength of colour that maybe you would expect to get in an emerald or an aquamarine, etc, 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 but the clarity is definitely there and the shades are definitely there. So higher 30s, lower 40s? Nowhere near. Today we're going under 20. Honestly, this kind of strand is the kind of strand that, oh my word, can take months to put together over in Jaipur. And in the cutting house where these gemstones are faceted and where they are drilled and where they are stranded onto these temporary strands, the amount of care and precision that is taken over developing these strands and putting them together is absolutely exceptional. I've got lots and lots and lots of people coming through. I've got Margaret, Jane, Pauline, Jean, Manda, another Margaret who's multi-bought there, Sue-Ann, Angie, Stephanie, Susan, Yashadora, Joy, Kay's come through to get two of these, Anonymous, Rosaline, Wendy, Anne, Isabel, Angela, Caroline, there's another, Irina as well from Sussex, another Anonymous there, this time from Yorkshire, Anonymous in the West Midlands as well. Loads and loads of people coming through to get this. Prue, I don't know if you've seen strands of multicolour beryl like this before on Jewellery Maker, but the price points always seem to be that little bit more considered, and I think rightly so. Beryl's responsible for some of the most valuable gemstones on planet Earth, isn't it?
Yes, and it's so pretty.
Oh, it is.
So pretty, yes. I'm more about what it looks like, I think, so. But that would look lovely with the way I did the black spinel on sewn onto a braid, so that you get the full effect of it, but make a sort of more substantial bracelet, maybe with a white Eslon background.
And not only that, but with the black with the black spinel bracelet that you made, the gemstones were sitting on top of the braid, so as much light as possible could get to the gemstones.
Exactly.
Which is what you want with gemstones like this, isn't it? You want to get as much light into these gemstones as possible. So if you do want to make this into maybe a beaded Kumihimo piece, either replicate that beautiful design that Prue was showing us earlier on with the black spinel, or maybe just make sure that your gemstones are sitting on the outside of the braid, just so you can get as much light as possible to these gemstones. I think these gemstones would work particularly well in earrings, anything dangly, anything which is going to allow these gemstones to fall freely. Lots and lots and lots of people coming through from all over the country, from all over Europe as well, coming through to get these. Well done, everyone. Really, really fantastic strand there. And I have to say, what 12 months ago, 18 months ago, 2 years ago would have been high 30s, maybe low 40s price point wise. Today, $17.95. Absolutely fantastic for your multicolour beryl there. Well done, everyone. Lots and lots and lots of people coming through to get that. Well done. Okay, now. Here we go. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do you know what I was given when I gave birth to Hattie, my little one, who's going to be my big one soon, my 19-month-old. I was given to soothe her and to soothe me, I think, as well, lavender pillow spray, lavender and chamomile pillow spray. And I tell you something, it really worked. It really, really, really worked. It made Hattie a lot calmer at bedtime. I spray it on her on her pillow, and I also spray it on her curtain sometimes as well. And it really kind of helped to soothe her and calm her. And if I find I've had a really kind of stressful day, or I'm a little bit wound up, sometimes I spray some of it on my pillow, and I tell you what, it really does work. It's wonderful stuff. This bundle here, you can almost smell the lavender. I absolutely love it. You know, lavender oil is one of the most expensive oils you can buy. To make lavender oil is extremely difficult. You have to really kind of compress it. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, you can almost smell the lavender oil with this, can't you? It's just, you look at that and you almost just go, ah, don't you, Mike? Yeah. You look at it, he blatantly wasn't listening to me then. But you look at it and you just go, ah. I'm not the only one who thinks that, am I? You look at that and you just think, oh, ah. It's like that first sip of cup of tea. Sorry, losing my grammar. The first sip of the first cup of tea that you have for the day. It's like you pick up your cup of tea and you just go. Ah, it's that feeling. When you look at that, honestly, I'm not losing my marbles. It does make you look good. All right. Anyway, it's quartzite. So you get this gorgeous dyed quality of quartzite, this beautiful lavender quality of quartzite. Absolutely beautiful. It's soothing, calming, relaxing. But you know what? You could really, if you wanted to, you could pet this up if you wanted to. How about putting it with... Oh, fluorite. Do you like that? I think everyone's going, whoa, yeah. Gorgeous. If you really wanted to go completely crazy and do a bit of a colour popping quality, Carnelian. That's our Carnelian bundle we bought you a little bit earlier on. How much was that again? Was it $8.95? That's ridiculous. Those two colours look great together, orange and purple. Oh. Anyway, 3 strands of 10mm quartzite rounds. How much do you reckon? Under a tenner? Yeah? $7.95! Incredible. Well done. Lots of people coming through for that. Let's get some people texting in. Are you looking at this and thinking, oh, what a relaxing colour, relaxing bundle? Is anyone else having that kind of moment? Or is it just me? I think it might be just me. No, doesn't matter. $7.95, well done for your 3 strands of your gorgeous lavender coloured quartzite. These are all 10mm rounds, really beautiful size and shape on these. And if you just wanted to do something as simple as making lots of stretchy bracelets out of these, or just making beautiful single strand necklaces, or mixing it together maybe with some beautiful white pearls, then great. We've got a strand of gemstones coming up in the next kit actually, but these will go beautifully with. Faceted clear quartz. Definitely. Definitely. This is the kind of colour palette as well, which is used a lot in weddings as well. Lots of people have their bridesmaids dressed in these kind of lavender colours. It's a really kind of complementary colour. Joanna Caitner says, I'm with you, Carol, but my sister would disagree. She hates the smell of lavender. I tell you what, I never really liked, I never used to like the smell of lavender until I was given lavender in a pillow spray. It's that spray. You just go, tss, tss, and honestly, it's just, it's just lovely. Okay, I'll stop making that noise now. It's weird, isn't it? Okay, it's a bit weird. $7.95, well done, everyone. Lots and lots of people coming through to get that, well done. Kathleen in Buckinghamshire loves it so much. She's bought 3 loads of this. Good for you. Good for you. I'm just trying to work out where Janice is from. We've got a web bidder called Janice who's coming to get loads of bundles over the last half an hour, and Janice is from St Marshall-sur-Aesop. I'm not attempting any kind of accent at all because I don't know where that is. I don't know where it is. Sounds very exotic. Where is it? We're just finding out. It's in France. Whereabouts in France is it? Sorry, don't worry, Janice, I'm not about to read out your address or anything. West Central France. Ooh. Where do they grow all the lavender? Is it Provence? They grow lavender, don't they? Something like that, I think.
Yes.
Ooh. Anyway, there you are. Thanks for that, Janice. What would we do without the internet? I don't know. We'd be lost. We're doing the fluorite now. Beautiful. Yes, I didn't just kind of recall where that place was. I had Claire, director Claire, in the gallery, going on a search engine, finding out. Wonderful. Isn't it wonderful to have viewers just all over the world? It's wonderful. We have viewers from Australia, from Germany, America. Make you jealous, does it, Claire? Does it? You want to go to all these places? You'll get to go. You'll get to go. Right, okay. Fluorite. What's this? Oh, Phil. Stop it with the names of these bundles. Is there no end to your puns? Fluorite then. Prue, all I can do is apologise.
I'll accept your apology.
This is gorgeous. Prue, are you a fan of fluorite?
Yes, I love all gemstones where you've got lots of different colours in them, and fluorite is probably the best example of that. Some really unexpected colours that you wouldn't necessarily put together, but because nature's put them together, they work.
Well, yeah, and this is it. This gemstone is entirely natural, and Prue is totally right. I wouldn't necessarily expect to get yellow and purple in a gemstone strand together, or green and purple together in a gemstone strand, but in a strand of fluorite from Jewellery Maker, and it has to be multicolour fluorite obviously, you are pretty much guaranteed to get purple, you're pretty much guaranteed to get green, and occasionally you'll get yellows, and you'll also get blues with fluorite as well. There is an amazing variety of fluorite as well called colour change fluorite, which changes from a beautiful blue to like a rosy colour when you get it in incandescent light, which is absolutely incredible. You've got these beautiful twisted, what do you call them? Twisted drums of fluorite on this strand here. Really, really beautiful quality. It's all natural. It's amazing, isn't it? It's Mother Nature who's done this. She's incredible, isn't she? And these beautiful centre drilled fancy slices of fluorite as well. I have to say, I love these fancy slices. I think they look great. I'd be tempted just to make bracelets out of this, stretchy bracelets out of this. Claire's suggesting setting them as kind of buttons, so rather than having them set profile wise like this, having them set kind of front on. You can do so much with gemstones like this, and I know that we've got lots of jewellery makers out there who would spend hours graduating the colours of these and putting all the purple ones and the colourless ones and the yellow ones and the green ones and the blue ones together. Amazing price point for this. If you're lucky, you're going to get lots of banding in your fluorite. Look, banding like that in your fluorite looks great. And do you know something? It's $8.95 by the way, which is incredible. Do you know something? So many of our guest designers have really strong feelings about fluorite. Gemma Crow, now what was it with Gemma Crow? She was almost kind of scared of working with it for a little while, and she spoke to her friend who I think is into crystal healing. This is all obviously only myth and legend, but she spoke to a friend who was into crystal healing and said, well, there must be something to do with fluorite, energy-wise or myth and legend-wise, that means that you have to have it close to you, and you really have to overcome your fears and work with it. The more she works with it now, the more she loves it. She actually bought herself a fluorite ring, which she was a little bit scared of wearing. I don't know what it was. It was a funny kind of way that she felt about fluorite, and now she can't get enough of it. Mark Smith, who's one of our guest designers, it's one of his favourite gemstones, I think, because of the amount of colour that you can get. Prue was saying, you know, that she loves the amount of colours that you can get in fluorite. It's one of those gemstones that really does spark quite strong reactions from our guest designers and viewers out there as well. Personally, I love it. I love the rainbow quality you can get with this gemstone, and the fact that Mother Nature has forged this gemstone over hundreds of thousands and millions of years, and you get, depending on what the gemstone comes into contact with, the kind of elements and minerals this comes into contact with, depends on whether you're going to get green or purple or yellow or blue or colourless or a banded quality. It's amazing. This is all natural. So all those people who don't believe out there and say, oh, genuine gem, I don't use genuine gemstones because glass and plastic, they're much more vibrant. You can get much more different quality with synthetics. No. You obviously haven't seen fluorite, because this is one of the most kaleidoscopic gemstones in the world. Well done. $8.95 for 2 strands of genuine gemstones. And literally all that's happened to these is they've been literally been mined, been cut, been tumbled, been drilled, been faceted in this case here, and given to you. That's it. Amazing, isn't it? Well done, everyone. Gorgeous. Right. Yeah, this is absolutely awesome, this next bundle. Rough and ready. This really is just on the borderline of being acceptable, I think. And I won't say what Phil originally called this bundle, but the name he originally gave to this bundle wasn't approved by one of our managers. So apparently there are some that don't fall through the net with Phil. Most of them do, though. He's actually sitting in the gallery there behind his computer screen, laughing to himself about all of his puns on today's show. You really are proud of yourself, aren't you? If you put as much effort into all the things you do in everyday life as you do into naming your bundles, Phil, you'd be Superman. Right. He's saying that he wants to work for tabloid newspapers just to write their headlines. I think you'd be brilliant at it.
Yeah, I think he's made for it.
It's real art, isn't it? How they come up with so many incredible headlines, I will never know. They've obviously got someone like Phil, so just sitting in a room, just coming up with loads of headlines. I've got a friend who writes jokes. In his spare time, he just writes jokes. He's got an A4 book just full of jokes. His name's James. His jokes are some of them are very, very dark indeed, but a lot of them are absolutely hilarious. And he just writes jokes in his spare time. Some people write poetry. He just writes jokes. I can't remember jokes. That's my problem. Man walks into a bar. Ouch. I told my husband last night, just before I turned the light out to go to bed, the child psychic joke last night. He was laughing for a good 5-10 minutes, Phil. Just so you know. You know that joke you told us yesterday about the child psychic who escaped from prison? There's a small, medium, at large. I told him that joke just before I turned the light out, and he was proper belly laughing for about 5-10 minutes. Right, okay, so what do we got here? Heliodor, bright yellow Heliodor, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This gemstone, myth and legend wise, oh my word, look it up, read about it. It is fascinating. This gemstone has got really strong connections with the sun and with heat and with power. Obviously, like I said, we can't talk too much about myth and legend. It is only myth and legend at the end of the day, but I love reading about the myth and legend of gemstones, because somewhere along the line this gemstone might have been worn by somebody at some point in their lives and they found it useful. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, these are kind of coincidences, but oh, wow, how fascinating. It's a really powerful gemstone, isn't it? Next, champagne colour coated quartz. Wait till you see this. These are amazing. This is what I would describe as, I'd actually rename this gemstone. I'd call it Papradasha coloured quartz. It looks almost exactly like one of the rarest gemstones in the world, which is Papradasha sapphire. If this was a strand of Papradasha sapphire, I think I'd be able to retire, and everyone here at Jewellery Maker would be able to retire and never have to work again, and their children and grandchildren would probably never have to work again. I mean, this would be worth millions and millions and millions of pounds. It isn't Papradasha sapphire. It is kind of a Papradasha coated coloured quartz that you've got going on here. You should have sunset colours in this. You should have beautiful purples and greens and blues. It's been mystic coated. I love this. What are your thoughts on mystic coated gemstones, Prue? I mean, I think in qualities like this, I think it looks just wonderful. You only need to use one or two.
Yeah, tremendous. I haven't seen it on a rough nugget like that, and it's beautiful. It brings a new sort of texture to it, doesn't it? Really? Because of the sort of rough surface, and then you've got the coating sort of sparking off in all different directions. It's beautiful. Yeah,
I think Prue's right actually. We normally apply a mystic coating to either highly polished gemstones or highly faceted gemstones. You don't normally see it applied to a rough gemstone like this, and it really does bring out that texture of the gem, doesn't it? Gorgeous quality. 2 strands of beautiful rough nuggets here. Here's your price point for your Heliodor and your gorgeous champagne coloured coated quartz. Fantastic price point today. Really, really wonderful quality. £14.95p for 2 really unusual gemstone strands here. You've got your Heliodor, which I think I probably bought you maybe twice this year. Maybe not even twice. And you've also got this gorgeous, almost paprasha coloured quartz here, which is just gorgeous. It has been coated to give it this incredible colour variation. And it is just, I mean, if you look at this compared to paprasha sapphire, if you get a picture of paprasha sapphire, if you're lucky enough to own any paprasha sapphire, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We can, on our sister channels, actually offer you paprasha coloured quartz, which is coloured in exactly the same way. Gorgeous quality. Well done, everyone. Lots of people coming through for that. That's great for spring and summer, don't you think? Put it with maybe some turquoise, that would look great. Some turquoise. Okay. Yes. Do you mean number 13? Oh, sorry, I thought you said 13. Oh, you did say 13. You did say 13. Yes, making me feel like I'd misheard you. Phil, have you ever appeared in front of a camera? Have you? It is what? A blow-up suit? You got dressed up on Valentine's Day. What did you get dressed up as? An opera singer. What did you sing? Did you sing anything? Nessun Dorma or anything? No? That's a bit of a random thing to get dressed up as on Valentine's Day. Anyway, is it like a proper kind of Pavarotti suit? Oh, fabulous. That just sounds amazing. Were you carrying a rose? Oh, you should have been. True Blues, what a gorgeous bundle. I tell you what, if Dion's watching today, producer Dion, she loves blue. She's got a thing about blue. Do you reckon you could give Dion a run for her money with the price of this bundle? No, seriously. Okay, the answer's yes. The answer's definitely yes. Iolite graduated ovals here, absolutely wonderful gemstone here, constantly mistaken for tanzanite and for sapphire, and you can see why it's such a beautifully pleochroic gemstone. You've got a very dark quality of sapphire, I'm calling it sapphire now, a very dark quality of iolite here, which has got hints of gold running through it as well. It's the most fascinating genuine gemstone. With that, sodalite 4mm rounds, great for your Kumihimo pieces, absolutely fantastic to make things like beady beads and to surround cabochons with. And then the final strands, yeah, these are 2mm seed beads of Lapis Lazuli. Have you got the details for this bundle, the gemstone details for this bundle? Yeah, you know the screen with the red bit at the bottom? That one. That's it. So Lapis Lazuli all the way from possibly, well, I say possibly, my favourite location, all the way from Afghanistan. This is some of the world's leading Lapis Lazuli comes from Afghanistan. It's been traded in the Middle East since about 4000 BC, so traded in places like Afghanistan since about 4000 BC, and it comes from that incredible location. It's amazing. It takes 2 days to get to the mine from the nearest village. And you can't get there by car, you can't get there by truck, you can only get there either by foot or by mule or by horse. That's why only small amounts of this gemstone is mined. Unbelievably, all of that work, all of that effort into mining your Lapis Lazuli, then you've got your sodalite and your iolite, and £11.85p is not your price. We're going low. We're going really low. We're going to a Dion blue price. That's lower than you said you were going to take this down to. You lied to me, Philip. How incredible is that? Now you've got some lovely sized gemstones here, Prue. You've got 2mm, you've got 4mm, and you've got these gorgeous ovals. I'm assuming you would find the 2 round strands particularly useful kind of for beaded Kumihimo pieces.
Perfect, and they'd be very pretty together as well with the contrast inside, definitely. Maybe having on opposite strands so that you would have a sort of barber's pole effect.
Oh yes.
Sort of diagonal stripe.
How do you start to use gemstones which aren't rounds, which are kind of ovals in your Kumihimo designs? Do they work? Are they going to fit into certain designs?
Yep, they do work. They don't work as well on a fully beaded design, so you make more of a feature of them, really. Something like a ladder braid you can put, which is exactly as it sounds, it comes out like the shape of a ladder, so you can put the ovals in the hole, the holes where your feet would go on the ladder.
Yes.
Or you can attach them to head pins and use them as charms to hang off your braid to make a charm bracelet, something like that. So it's a matter of thinking outside the box, and that's the most important thing as a designer, I think, to have something that makes you think, right, what am I going to do with this? And there are certainly lots of things you can do with that.
I think you're right. I think, you know, gemstones that are regular in size, that are uniform in size, obviously if you're going to be making that kind of heavily beaded piece, whether it's a bracelet or a necklace, I think, you know, bicones and rounds are always going to be gemstones which you're going to be drawn to. However, you can use these ovals in your Kumihimo pieces, and that's really, really good to know. It's just a case of, as Prue says, thinking outside the box. That is quite a bit lower than where you said you were going to go today, Phil. You didn't say you were going to take this to $6.95. I knew he was going to come on at $11.95. He said he was going to take it to $9.95. He actually took it to $6.95. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you've lied to me. I'm disappointed in you, Phil. I'm disappointed in you. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. I remember the first time my mum said that to me. Oh, I was crushed. My mum, oh God love her. She's an amazing woman. She's like, how tall is my mum? 5'2". I'm 5'10". So from the age of about 10, I was looking down on her. My dad's 6'6", so that's kind of where their kind of height comes from. And I remember looking at my mum, and she was kind of down here, and she was kind of standing there. She said, "Carol, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed in you. I'm just disappointed." And I just cried. I just cried. I'm so sorry, Mum. I'm so sorry, Mum. And she gave me a mum hug, and then we were fine. That was fine. But yeah. No, I've done too many things in my lifetime. I can't even remember what it was. Was this when I was blowing up cowpats? No. No, I didn't get told off about that. Throwing bangers in cowpats. That's the kind of thing you do when you're a kid. It's the kind of thing I did anyway. Right, okay. Well done, everyone who's come through for that. Brilliant. Yep. Let's do it. Okay. What one did that come from, Phil? 9. Okay, right. Final kit. So, first kit that we bought you today. Very, very low quantity. We've hardly got any of it left. I think we've maybe got 10 of that kit left. I think from what I've been speaking to Phil about. Second kit that we bought you today, similarly, very, very low quantity. I think we've got about 10 of that kit left as well. These are very, very, very limited edition kits. I think a lot of people are waiting to see the third and final kit before they check the baskets out. I just need to warn you, this kit here is the lowest price point kit we're going to be bringing you today. It's also got a very, very, very limited quantity. Extra-wise, you are getting so much, okay? It's gonna sell out very, very quickly indeed. Okay, faceted rounds of white quartz. This is just the kind of gemstone that is going to elevate your designs and give you that glamorous diamond-like quality. These are beautiful white quartz faceted rounds, aren't they? They're just stunning. 6mm in diameter, heavily faceted to make the most of that beautiful external brilliance. Second strand here, 10mm faceted white quartz rounds as well. They are absolutely gigantic, aren't they? Huge. Beautiful. You've also got a third and final strand, iolite. 2 to 4mm in size. Just beautiful. Now, you've got extras with this kit. You've got your threading pack with monofilament, beading thread and elastic. There we go. You can use that with all 3 of the gemstone strands you've got here. Look how decadent that looks. Isn't that wonderful? A lot of people tend to go for what's so good about this kit is anybody who maybe looked at the last kit and thought, do you know what, I love that kind of monochrome look, but I don't necessarily wear black and white together. Black's a little bit harsh for my skin tone. I personally tend to wear more navy blues, so this kit would complement my skin tone and my coloration and my colour palette a little bit more. Navy blue and white is a little bit less harsh than black and white. It really is a matter of personal preference though, but if you are looking for something a little bit softer than black and white, this is great. So you've got your navy blue iolite, your clear quartz, you then got findings. Wow. 95 silver-plated copper findings. And here they all are. Crimp beads, crimp bead covers, jump rings, decorative jump rings. Have a look at these decorative jump rings. I love these. Decorative jump rings, they're just beautiful. You can use them as spacer beads, you can use them as physical jump rings if you want to. They're not cut, but you can link gemstones onto them, you can even cut them if you want to. Earring findings, S-hook connector as well. Beautiful S-hook connector. A metre of chain, 3 types of head pins, 2 ribbon ends with extended chains. There's 95 findings in total. Plus, you've got Eslon thread as well. Now, this is 0.9mm engaged, 32 metres in total, and it's this beautiful navy blue to go with the iolite and of course the clear quartz. Right, loads and loads and loads of people coming through to get this kit. It is going to sell out. I've got lots of you coming through. Please check your baskets out. £38.20. Looks great, doesn't it? It's not your price. Nowhere near your price point, actually. We're going low. We're going very, very, very low indeed. Enjoy a fantastic deal today for this kit. £24.95p. Yes, check your baskets out. Right, let's go over to Prue. It's nice to have so many findings in a kit like this, isn't it, Prue?
Yes, and the beautiful ones. There's some unusual pieces in there which were great fun to work with. Yes.
Some gorgeous toggle clasps, some beautiful earring findings, just some really different findings. The gemstones in here I think are wonderful, Prue, because although you're going to be getting different sizes of round gemstones, they're all round. Which I think is a great bonus if you're working with gemstones, which are all the same kind of shape. Yes, they're all going to be different sizes, but they're all the same shape, and it makes it a very easy kit to work with, I think, doesn't it?
Definitely, yes, yes.
Beautiful jewellery. Oh, this is just so lovely. Do you tend to wear lots of black, or do you tend to wear more navy blues? I personally tend to wear more navy blue.
I wear all sorts of colours, but I do think navy blue is much kinder to your skin, and particularly as you get older as well. Though I'm wearing black today, I mean, it can be a bit harsh. You need to soften it up with something.
But you're not old. So there you go. You can wear black. There you go.
You're very sweet.
This is a lovely design here. Lovely. I can see where you said at the beginning of the show about getting the tension right in your Kumihimo pieces. This is something which you've clearly concentrated on very, very much so with this braid to get it just right. Isn't that gorgeous? Really getting that tension right with the clear quartz. You can see that beading thread going through there, which is lovely.
That's the fun of it, yes, yes.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's a great thing about using colourless gemstones, isn't it? That you can really bring a colour out, or get a gemstone to highlight a colour of a beading thread or of a wire, of a threading material, if you've got that colourless quality. Lovely tassel at the bottom here. You can see the gemstones are just weighing that piece down beautifully. Oh, look, some beautiful beady bead earrings. Oh, they're beautiful. Gorgeous earring findings. They're unusual, aren't they? And the iolite looks fantastic with these as well. This is a really nice braided piece as well. Really, really pretty with the toggle clasp on there as well. Oh, there's another piece of jewellery there as well. Did you forget a piece?
I thought something looked a bit sparse.
Not at all. I love the use of this toggle clasp. It's a lovely substantial finding, isn't it?
And it's fun to make it the sort of feature of the bracelet like that when you've got such a pretty toggle clasp.
Definitely. Definitely. And then a lovely asymmetric piece around here where you've used a lot of the chain, the S-hook connectors. You've got a beautiful braid coming down here as well. It's just really lovely balanced jewellery, really, really pretty. These decorative jump rings are fun, aren't they?
They're lovely, yes, yes.
Look at that.
They just add a little bit of something extra because, you know, jump rings are so useful to use, but to have something that looks different, suddenly you take your jewellery to another level, really.
You really do. And then the final piece here, which we'll just come back to quickly, is the iolite necklace here. You've used the majority of the iolite actually on this piece here, which is lovely. And you've used that chain, it just drapes around that beautifully. So really kind of lovely, simple designs, but so effective and really quite striking, and designs that you could really wear any time of day to any kind of thing, whether you're going to be going to the supermarket or if you're going to be going out for dinner. It's a really wearable kit, isn't it?
And I think that's the nice thing sometimes, to have jewellery that isn't so overstated that you ever feel overdressed. You know, to have something like that that's classic, yes, you're dressed up, but you're never going to feel overdressed. And I think sometimes with Kumihimo, that's what you can get with this sort of textile element to it. It just takes it down a notch, really, doesn't it?
Definitely.
A little bit casual.
Now, demo-wise, Prue, what are you going to be showing us?
We're going to do the necklace in the middle. And the reason we're going to do that one is because it's got quite an interesting way of joining the braid onto the beads. And the thing with Kumihimo is you've always got to think about the ends, how you're going to hide the ends or use the ends or disguise the ends, whatever. And I also wanted to do one of the demonstrations using just round braid, which is the basic braid, which is the most versatile.
Because obviously the hole that goes through these faceted round gemstones isn't going to be large enough to accommodate this braid, even though it is quite a slim Kumihimo braid. So it's going to be great to see how we do this. Right, Prue, over to you.
Right, okay. So what we do first of all is take about 50 centimetres of cord. And this is the lovely thicker cord. And what we're going to do is double it up and put it through the beads. So the way to do that is to take a thinner cord of some sort or wire. This is actually something like wildfire, I think, that I'm using here. So you just need a thinner cord, take it through the middle, and then you're going to use the thinner cord to take the thicker cord through.
Oh, brilliant.
Because it's quite a squeeze. So put
So
both
like
ends through. Yes, exactly. And then when you get to this point, it will be a little bit of a squeeze. There we go. And you want to do that with 5 for this design. So that's 2. Might just speed it up by just doing 3, in fact, but on the design I've done 5. And then you just want to get them all onto the cord like that.
Lovely.
Leave yourself a little loop, remove the thin thread, and then just tie this end in a sort of temporary knot. The reason for that is these are not really going to just sort of drop off, but you know how the beads do have a way of life of their own, don't they? And so you just don't want to sort of catch them on something so they fall off, because once you start, you won't be able to get those beads onto the cord again from these ends. It's too tight. You've got to go through the loop. So now this loop that we've got at the end is what we're going to start the braid from. That gives you that really neat starting point, so you don't have to worry about ends there. And for this necklace, we're going to have 80 centimetres and 4 cords, because we're going to double it over. So I'll use a bit less than that, but you want 4 cords of 80 centimetres. So that's...
Remind me again, the Eslon thread in this, it's a 0.9. Yes. Perfect.
And if people are interested in the specification, because I know a lot of people use a lot of Eslon. This is the Tex 400. So Eslon comes in 4 different widths, and they worked on a Tex number, because of course with wire you can use a caliper to measure the diameter, but the diameter of this, I mean, the one we have, the normal one we have is 0.4. We say some places you'll find it is 0.5, because the Tex measurement is actually the weight in grams of 100 meters. So if you take 100 meters of this, it will weigh 400 grams. So that's the specification.
Okay.
And so then with your I just need to trim that end, so I've got 4 separate cords. So with my 4 cords, I'll trim that end. I'm going to just pop it through my loop, center it, and then those ends just need to be snipped as well. So I've got, and I end up with 8 cords now. So these can go on my disc. So I'm going to put the gemstones through. I'm going to pinch the end of the join there with my fingers and keep that tight, and then I'm going to put these on the disc. And you want to put them on as neatly as possible so that the cords end up diagonally opposite each other, either side of the dots. So, and the neater you do it, the neater the starting point will be. And you don't want to pull the cords through too much, or you will find that you'll pull them right the way through. So just get those on. You might not be getting them quite diagonally opposite but that's really what you're aiming for. So you get a neat start. So once it's in, you can then tighten it up a bit. So there we go, they're all on. And now tighten it up, get your tension nice and tight. There we go. In fact, those two just crossed over, so just uncross them. And then you're going to do the nice basic round braid, which is everyone's favourite and by far the most versatile braid of all. You can do absolutely everything with this. So if you found my other demonstrations a bit confusing because I'm doing different braids, you don't have to do them. You can do this one for everything, and it's brilliant. And all you do is you take the top right hand cord and you bring it down beside the bottom right hand cord, and then you take the bottom left and up to top left, and then you turn your disc a quarter turn in either direction till you get to the next pair of cords, and you do exactly the same thing, top down, bottom up, and turn, top down, bottom up, and turn. And you can get quite a nice speed up going like this. Now some people may have learnt doing bottom up first. That's exactly the same because the cords don't cross over, so it makes no difference which one goes first. They go beside each other. And round you go. And as you go, you'll get a beautiful braid forming underneath. Like this. Now it's very small at this stage.
That's all right.
But what I want to show now is how, now that you've got your braid in position and it's firmly there, you can pull these beads up nice and tight against that braid.
And you're not going to see, there's no connectors, there's no findings.
Exactly, a really nice tight finish. So that's how you do that. So then continue to do that side. That's just one half of the necklace. So you will want, what have we got there, about 20-25 centimetres of braid, however long you want it. And then I'm going to just take that off the disc and show you how you do the front. So take it off. I haven't got much of a braid here, of course, but so when you take it off, keep it pinched in your fingers and then tie a nice overhand knot to keep all those ends under control, and then you can glue and bind it and put it into a finding.
Perfect.
And then with the other side, so you'll have a side like that already. Oh, lovely. Already done. And then all you need to do here is again cross these over and tie in a nice overhand knot, a neat knot, as close as possible. So again, at this point, make sure your beads are nice and tight up against the braid. This is your last chance to tighten it up. Nice tight knot in the front, a double knot, in fact you're doing it in. There we go. And I recommend a little dab of glue there. Maybe if you've got one of the glues with the fine applicator, that's very good thing. But anything, you can use a little bit of glue on a cocktail slip just to stop that knot coming undone.
Perfect.
And then the tassel front is very straightforward. All you do is take your cord, take a selection of beads. I'll just do it with two. I think on there I've got a smaller one, and then a large one, then a smaller one. I'll just do two here. Then just judge how long you want your tassel to be at the front, so about there, and then just knot it off.
Beautiful. And the Eslon thread, because it's such a pretty thread, will you know, it'll be absolutely fine. You know, it's on show. It'll look absolutely wonderful.
And it ties up with the braid as well. And then all you need to do is trim that off and either seal it with glue or with a naked flame, or if you've got the thread zapper, brilliant, you can zip it off with that.
Isn't that fabulous? So a really fantastic way to connect a gemstone feature, a larger gemstone feature, to a finer Kumihimo braid. That's really wonderful. And there's no special findings that you've used, there's no special adhesives. It's literally just having that loop and then connecting the two parts together. It's fantastic. How clever is that? Brilliant. Right. I'm going to give you another quick recap on the DVD. Every single time we show this DVD, another couple of hundred of these DVDs go. It has been unbelievably popular. We knew it was going to be a popular DVD. It's the biggest DVD launch of the year so far. It is the Micro Kumihimo DVD. It's Prue's first Kumihimo DVD for Jewellery Maker, which we've been really, really excited about. Everyone's been talking about this today here down in the studios, and also the managers upstairs have all been very excited about this for weeks. can learn so much from this DVD. If you're a beginner to Kumihimo, you can go right from the beginning of the DVD, because Prue does go through making a physical braid, so the very, very basics of Kumihimo. But you also move on to projects as well, so making a gemstone chip bracelet, which are these two designs here, just giving you a little idea about how different the designs can be. If you started to use some spacer beads in here, I suppose that's how these two designs are ever so slightly different. You then learn how to make the round gemstone heart charm bracelet, which I just absolutely love. It's such a substantial bracelet that you make here. How many strands of gemstones do you think you used in these in that particular design, Prue?
2.
Just 2?
Yes.
Goodness me. Isn't that incredible? It's lovely to get that contrasting colour and quality as well, isn't it? Because you get that lovely, as you said earlier on, that kind of barber's pole twist going all the way through here. And we've had those carriers on today's show as well, so if you're lucky enough to get that findings pack, then absolutely fantastic. We then go into the bead effect necklace, which is one that Prue's actually wearing, and I've got the design here as well. This is such a lovely design, much more economical on your gemstones as well, I can imagine.
Yes, yes. You just use part of a strand there.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and all of these designs can be translated into necklaces or bracelets or into little key charms. You don't have to make a necklace out of this particular design. This one here is beautiful, the beaded lariat, beaded tassel lariat, which would work equally as well if you wanted to make maybe a belt or a hairband, and the Kumihimo braid really does come into its own here, and you can just see the beautiful feature of it there. Here's some clips from the DVD as well that we're showing you quickly as well, so you can get an idea about what's coming up on the DVD. And it's just £4.95p. I'd seriously have this onto your order. I've had so many people adding this onto their orders. I've also had people who've just added this into their baskets. Please check your baskets out. Although it is a brand new DVD launch, we've had so many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of this DVD already snapped up so far that we're going to be getting to the point where if you don't check your baskets out, and obviously we do loop this show, we do replay this show a little bit later on in the day, we will come to the end of the stock that we've actually got, and it does take us a few weeks to get these DVDs back into stock, so check your baskets out now. So £4.95 for your hour-long Kumihimo DVD. Is there anything you wanted to add on to this at all, Prue? Anything you wanted to add at all?
No, just that it is very versatile. You don't have to use the gemstones that I've used there. Where I've used the bicones, you can use other shapes if you want to. So I've tried to make it as versatile as possible so that people can go through their stash, see what they've got, and play around with these designs. And of course, the first one there being the chip bracelet, I feel that most JM viewers will have some chips in their stash, so that you're ready to roll, really.
And presumably you can also interchange the threading materials that you've used as well. If you wanted to use slightly different threading materials, you can.
It's all about fine threading materials. It doesn't have to be Eslon, it can be other fine threading materials.
Perfect. Thanks so much for that, Prue. Gorgeous. Right, okay, text coming through from Belinda in Surrey. Hi, did Carol say earlier there were some bicone bead strands coming up? I don't recall seeing any yet. Belinda, but I tell you what, there's no flies on you. We've got bicones coming up. When are we doing those? Oh, perfect. So bicones just like these coming up in just a few seconds. Please don't go anywhere. We're going to go over to the Wall of Fame now, see some of your designs. Then we've got that incredible moonstone. Then we've got the gorgeous bicones. Don't go anywhere.
Use them pretty much every day. They're useful for beals and making caps. Love them, and that's definitely get them if you can from our Eleanor. Oh, love our Eleanor. Lovely to hear from you, and I hope you're well. Price point wise, what do you expect? You get the 2 and you get the casing to keep them in. Oh, come on. Is that all? Essential tools, we're looking at $6.95 for the 2 of them, not per tool. You get both of them for $6.95. Oh, well, there we go. Job diddly done. I thought it was going to be about £14. Shows what I know. I thought it would be about £6-7 each. Nope. Oops.
I'm ever so sorry about that. We had a fire drill. That was very exciting. There wasn't a real fire, obviously, otherwise, you know, it would be, you know, I'd be sitting here in a cloud of smoke. But yes, it was, yes, so we had a fire drill. So I'm ever so sorry about that. So we're going to have to not bring you the last instalment of the Wall of Fame. I know, I'm sorry. And move straight on to the presenter's pick, which is absolutely gorgeous. So sorry about that, everyone. We had a fire drill. We had to go outside and stand on the verge, and then we had to come back in. Nice to get a bit of fresh air, though. It was lovely. Although, why couldn't they have done a practice one yesterday when it was bright sunshine? Exactly. Right. This is not only our presenter's pick, this is actually Prue's. I was going to call her Kumihimo then. What is wrong with me today? It's all these puns. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it anymore. This is actually Prue's challenge as well. Oh my word. This is an absolute legendary strand of Moonstone. Now, not only do we have Prue with us, we've also got in the studio at this moment Linda, which is brilliant because you wouldn't know Linda was here. Normally, you can't escape the fact that Linda is here. She makes so much noise, but actually, Linda is here in the studio, aren't you? How are you? You're right. She's not saying anything. Oh, she's not here. Oh, it's a mirage. Right. Okay. Strange lady. So Linda's with us on the Designer Inspiration Show today. Linda, would you mind just coming over just for a second, please? Just because Linda has been with Jewellery Maker since the very, very beginning, haven't you?
I have.
Right. There she is. Your experience with Moonstone and kind of what's happened to Moonstone on Jewellery Maker over the last kind of year or so. What would you say has happened to it?
Certainly quality's happened, hugely so, and I think that's just the fact that we are buying so many gemstones now that people are actually fighting over us as a customer. So we're obviously being given, you know, fantastic samples of gemstone. The Moonstone has got, it's Schiller, isn't it, in Moonstone that it goes, yes. And also what we've got by looking at this strand is slabs of Moonstone, which is rare. It's been very rare over the last 5 years, that has. They're normally a lot tinier, rondelles, things like this, but this is standalone Moonstone and it is glorious. But
look at that.
I'm just desperate to see the price, Carol. Just
Prue has got that to work with as a challenge.
I'm so lucky, aren't I?
It really is. Absolutely. We've actually finished with Linda now, but anyway. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Hi, I'm Laura. I'd like to thank my mum and my dad and several friends. Just actually one friend. Oh, see you later.
But basically, the gist of what Linda was saying, because, you know, Linda does have the benefit of having worked with Jewellery Maker for many, many years. And the quality of Moonstone that we started off getting was absolutely beautiful, and we thought, you know what, this is amazing. It's always been a very, very popular gemstone. It's always been up there like in the top 10 gemstones that have sold throughout the year. But the Moonstone that we've had in over the last, I'd say 6 months, probably even sooner than that, has been, more recently than that, sorry, has been absolutely mind-blowingly beautiful. Prue, how do you feel about being challenged with a strand like this?
Well, I think I'm spending most of my time looking at it, to be honest,
yes.
Because each one has got its own special personality and each side of each one is so beautiful. So yes. I'm going to keep it really simple because I think it needs to speak for itself, basically.
Definitely.
And I don't want to cover the surface of it with any wire work or anything. It's just very, very simple. I think it's the sort of thing that'd be lovely to wear. So I think lovely on a necklace, but also you've got to have it on a bracelet as well, so
Oh,
you can keep
definitely.
looking at it. If it's for your own use, that is, you know, so you can keep looking at it. It's beautiful, absolutely
It
beautiful.
really, really is. I'm totally with Prue. With a strand like this, I would probably do what a lot of you do when you get beautiful strands like this home, and get it home and look at it for hours and hours and hours on end. I haven't showed you the strand yet, have I? This has got to be one of the finest examples of moonstone we've ever had. Yesterday we had an amazing strand of moonstone on the show. We only had 25 chances available. On this incredible strand we don't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chances available, but we've got a much better quantity than we did yesterday. I've got guest designers coming through to get this strand, just so you know. Fleur says, oh my goodness, that moonstone is truly amazing. It looks like unicorns have blessed it. Love to you both, Fleur. Fleur, you are such a love. I absolutely love that description. It does look like unicorns have just given it a little kiss. Deb Rudd, guest designer Deb Rudd, has come through to get 3 of these strands. She's clearly got something really amazing planned for this. Fleur, guest designer Fleur's come through to get this as well. And I know that if we have any other guest designers watching, they will be coming through to get this strand today, because it's one of those strands that you think, oh, that's it, we've got it, we've found the pinnacle of moonstone. Until next time, you know, it's one of those strands that I think everybody wants. I'll show you each and every gemstone if you like. I mean, the quality is, oh my word. And look at the blues on this, look at the blues, oh my word, look at the faceting. I mean, it's just out of this world. What you're seeing is light entering the gemstone and literally reflecting from the inner layers inside the gem. And as Prue quite rightly said a moment ago, each gemstone is unique, but each side of each gemstone is unique as well. You're getting schiller on all of the, oh wow, look at that. Blues, pinks, purples, the lot, oh wow. You're seeing light shining and reflecting from the inner layers of this gemstone. Oh wow, I love the way it's been irregularly faceted as well. Oh look at, oh wow. And as Prue says, keeping that jewellery simple is key, because these gemstones really will speak for themselves. Oh my word, they just get better and better, don't they? Wow, wow. Check it out, look at this big one. Oh, wowza. Goodness gracious. Oh my word, that is just... Oh, do we have to bring the price on screen? Can't we just give this one away? I mean, it's just amazing. I'll just... Oh. I can't even look at the price. I'm just looking at the strand. Prue, I'm with you. I just want to look at this.
And I think in the design you'd want to have it so you can see both sides.
Absolutely,
actually.
yes. Look at every one of these gems. I'm not even looking at the price. Oh wow. Rani says, how about calling it mesmerising moonstone, Carol, which is what it's doing to me at the moment. Yeah, do you know what? It's taken me all of my strength to actually read. It's taken me all my strength to... What was that? What happened to that random music? Everyone's losing their mind because of this strand of moonstone. Fleur says, I've now bought another one. It's so beautiful, says Fleur. Good on you, Fleur. It's one of those strands, isn't it, that I think you're probably going to get it home, and if you've only bought one, you're going to get it home and wish you bought 2.
She won't be disappointed.
No, I totally agree with that, Prue. And that's the price. Sorry, I haven't even looked at the price. $32.95. Do you know what, this strand could be $132.95, and I'd still be looking at it thinking, goodness me, that could have been a higher price point and it would still sell out. Over half the quantity's gone. Oh, can I show you the big one again? Yes, yes, with pleasure. If you want to get somebody who knows nothing about gemstones into gemstones, like my husband, knows very, very little about gemstones at all. He knows what I like. He knows I love emerald, and he knows I love diamonds, and he knows I love lapis lazuli. But really, other than that, he doesn't really know an awful lot about gemstones. If you want to get somebody who's not really got a huge amount of interest in gemstones, you want to get them interested in gemstones, show them this. Because there is I can't think of a single person in the world who would look at this and think, nah. Every single person you show that to, young or old, into gemstones or not into gemstones, would look at that and just go, wow. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I can't think of any colours I can't see in there. Honestly, I don't know. Can we just stay on this shot, please, for the next 40 minutes, please, until the end of the show? Phil! Seriously? Can we come back to that? Okay, at the end of the show. We're going to see Prue's jewellery at the end of the show, to be fair. Right. Apologies again. Apologies again. What? You think this is a good name for a bundle? Claire is now... Her mind has been polluted because now Claire thinks this is a good name for a bundle. Phil, your magic is just... Oh, it knows no bounds. You're a wizard. By Coney Island. Where is Coney Island? Do we know? Is it near New York? I want to say New York. No, it's not, is it? Do you know where Coney Island is?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, it is. Right, by Coney Island. It is like a fairground kind of resorty kind of thingy, isn't it? Yes. Yes. By Coney Island is in Redditch, really. In the Jewellery Maker Studios. Perfect. Slightly less glamorous, but a lot closer. So, by Coney Island, Prehnite and Carnelian. Now, Prue, would you do me a huge favour, please? Would you be able to pass me the Carnelian and the Prehnite pieces that you made using these kind of these quality bicones? It looks like they're actually almost exactly the same, actually, which I think is amazing. This is one of the techniques that you learn on Prue's brand new DVD, our brand new micro Kumihimo DVD, which is the what technique is this, Prue? I'm so sorry, I've totally forgotten. This is the beaded...
this is beaded bead.
Beaded bead, perfect. And you can see how the bicones, as Prue said earlier on, the bicones slot together when you start to use them in a braid, when you start to incorporate them into a Kumihimo braid. She's been quite economical with the gemstones here. There's little parts of the necklace where there are no gemstones at all. So I'm assuming, Prue, you could easily make this, you could replicate this necklace with one strand.
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
And you could make more. So the one I'm wearing, I've actually got extra. I think I've got 7 beaded sections on mine. That was made from one strand.
Yeah, perfect.
So, and same length as those.
Gorgeous. If you wanted to make a bracelet, you could just get away with having one of these sections in the centerpiece to a bracelet. You've got pretty much exactly the same diameters of Carnelian bicones in this necklace as you have in the strand, and exactly the same here with Prehnite. Now, bicones are very, very, very popular in beaded Kumihimo pieces for obvious reasons. They slot together really beautifully. Because of their angular shape, you will find, because they are essentially diamond shapes, they will slot together really beautifully. Making a beady bead out of bicone shaped beads is really, really satisfying. You'll find the gemstones will just slot together like pieces of a jigsaw. Wow, I've got loads of people coming through to get this. I knew this was going to be a popular bundle. How many of this bundle do we have? 80. Is that it? Is that the best you could do, Phil? 80. Right. Over half the quantity's already gone. Here's your price point for 2 of your beautiful bicone strands here. By Coney Island in Prehnite and Carnelian. Gorgeous, gorgeous quality. Here's your price point today, £11.95p. Now, bicone faceting is actually really, really difficult to do. It's also quite wasteful to do as well. It's one of my favourite shapes of beaded gemstones. I absolutely love the bicone shape. I think it looks very dramatic. I think it looks really, really sumptuous. And it reminds me of that kind of anatomically, that kind of faceted gemstone anatomy, that kind of very, very angular quality, just beautiful. And you could get away, because the gemstones are just so interesting on their own in their size and shape and also their quality, it would just be fantastic just in stretchy bracelets. You don't have to use this in Kumihimo at all, you can just use it in stretchy bracelets. But from all over the country and all over the continent getting involved. Suzanne in Spain's come through to get this as well. Well done, darling. Lots and lots of people coming through to get this. Well done. Brilliant. That's sold out. Wow, that was quick. I can't remember the lady who texted about that. I think it was it Belinda? Hope you managed to get yours. Okay, rose quartz. Have we got time for this one? Of course we do. Little sympathetic laugh there from Prue.
Sorry, I'll try better next time.
A guffaw next time, please. No, I'm only joking. My jokes are rubbish. They are terrible. Anyway, right, okay. What have we got here? Oh, wowzer, wowzer. Look at these. Phil, are you suggesting that last bundle sold out because of the name? I think it might have been something to do with Prue's jewellery, yes. Rather than the name of that last bundle. Dear me. Right, okay. 2mm rose quartz rounds. They're 2mm in size. I'm not entirely sure if I've ever bought you rose quartz seed beads before. I don't think I have. No, I'm not entirely sure if I've ever bought you rose quartz seed beads. Rose quartz is a gemstone which has got huge myth and legend attached to it. It is only myth and legend at the end of the day, but it's meant to be the gemstone of romance, of friendship, of unity. Lots of friends give rose quartz to each other. It's also a gemstone attributed with, now I've let myself in for it, signs of the zodiac. I thought it was Taurus and it wasn't. I was corrected the other day. Can't remember. It's some, anyway, we'll find out for you. But beautiful rose quartz 2mm seed beads. Like I said, I don't think I've ever bought you 2mm seed beads of rose quartz before. You've then got another strand of rose quartz. 3mm seed beads. Oh, these are just so pretty. Now, can you imagine replicating maybe this design here, which Prue's created, in a gorgeous rose quartz design, maybe with some white or cream coloured Eslon thread? How beautiful would that be for a little flower girl or for a wedding? You know, if you're the bride or a bridesmaid, just having a single little bracelet with just one of these decadent beaded qualities in the centre, that's going to look so pretty. And it's not going to need a huge amount of genuine gemstones, just something really, really pretty like that. So you can really scale these designs back and make them very, very delicate indeed if you want to. You're then going to be getting even more rose quartz, more rounds. It is Taurus, brilliant. So it is Taurus, which is from April the 22nd till May the something, end of May. So you've got your beautiful rounds of rose quartz here as well, which are 10mm in size. So 2mm, 3mm and 10mm in size. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I've got drops of rose quartz as well. Beautiful rose quartz, irregular top drilled drops. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I won't sing this song because there was a lady in the workshop room yesterday who said her cat was really unimpressed when I sung the irregular top drilled drop song. It's just the most ridiculous song in the world, but no, I won't sing it because apparently, yes, a lady, her cat was really unimpressed with my singing on it, so I won't, just to save the cat's ears. Okay. So you've got your irregular top jaw drops, your 3 strands of rounds. Now, here's something I don't think I've seen before either. Enormous 20mm rose quartz coins. 420 carats of rose quartz puffy coins here. 20mm in size. They are enormous, aren't they? Absolutely enormous. Wow. Incredible quality. Imagine what you could do with these. You could actually treat these as cabochons if you wanted to, and even surround these larger gemstones with your smaller gemstones. Make a little a border to go around them. Couldn't you? You could kind of surround them with these. I mean, you could use them, like I say, as cabochons. They make great centerpieces for rings, for really big statement rings. Use them as buttons. How much is this bundle going to be, Phil? Is that the price? £25.75. That's brilliant. £25.75. What for all these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £25.75p is absolutely incredible, I think, for these 5 strands. All natural, all rose quartz. We're going lower. Oh wow, £19.95p. That works out to what? $4.99 a no, yes, less than $4.99, so $3.99 a strand. Wow! Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Natural rose quartz quality here. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of people coming through to get this. Prue, do you tend to do you still sell pieces of your jewellery?
I don't sell my jewellery, I sell my designs.
Ah, right, okay.
So I write for magazines and write tutorials for my own website and things. So I'm not very good at giving you a price on things.
No. That's not actually what I was going to ask. With rose quartz, do you find there are people, I think, who go for certain gemstones because of the myth and legend attached to gemstones. Have you come across friends of yours or people you've come into contact with who love rose quartz for its kind of myth and legend, because of its connections with romance and friendship and unity, things like that?
Yes, I think so, and I think it's a really obvious one as well, because of the very pretty colour of it. It says romance, whether you know about the myth and legend or not. So it sort of ties in with the myth and legend, the actual look of it. I do know a lot of people who just love rose quartz.
Yes.
And just want it, come what may, are drawn to it come what may, really. And it's a beautiful feminine look.
It's nice to have this variety of gemstones, isn't it? You've got your top jaw drops, you've got all of your rounds, and you've got your coins as well.
I think it's a really good one for people who are starting out, because they can play with different shapes but they're all going to tie in together, so you can actually start to be a bit creative to move beyond just stringing together one type of bead together. With this you can play around with different things, see the different effects you can get, so I think it's a great kit from that bundle from that point of view.
Gorgeous. Brilliant. Awesome bundle there. Well done, everyone. 5 strands of rose quartz for $19.95. Brilliant. Yeah. Now, judging by the popularity of the gem setting toolkit that we had yesterday, and by the ready-made round and oval earring mounts that we bought you yesterday on the show, which were all sterling silver, plus the loose oval and round brilliant cut gemstones that we bought you on yesterday's show, these are going to be just as popular. I have got a collection of, oh my word, blue topaz, Shanghai peridot, which is some of the world's finest peridot. Look how green that is. And also, there's one that's missing here. This is opal. This is a 7mm opal. And the reason why I have left this out, I have to show you this. Gee whiz. There's your topaz. There's your peridot. Look at this opal. Look at this opal. Oh my word. You think it looks fantastic on that recording? Look at it here. Faceted 7mm round brilliant cut opal. I don't even really care what price point, oh my word, what price point these 3 gemstones are. I just want to come in and get it for this opal. I mean, I love Shanghai peridot. I love blue topaz. This opal, though, is just, it is mesmerizing. It's magical. The quality is absolutely astonishing. Oh my word. To own just this opal on its, sorry, say again. Really? Now, To own just this opal on its own, it's a 7mm round brilliant cut opal. You are going to be getting your Changbai Peridot and your blue topaz as well. In this opal on its own, in a pendant, in a ring, if you were to look to set it into a piece of jewellery like that and then sell it on, you know, you'd have to use precious metal qualities. What kind of price point would you sell it on for? I mean, for me, it would have to be well over the kind of £50–60 mark, well over. Because the quality you're getting here is natural. Every single one of these opals is going to be unique, but the amount of blues and greens and pinfire and flashes of colour you are getting is worth, I think, is worth coming through to get this entire collection of gemstones for, just for the quality of the opal. You're not going to be able to believe your eyes when you see this. You're not going to be able to believe your eyes when you see the price of this. £19.95 for the lot. That's for your peridot, for your topaz, and for your opal. Oh my word. Now the reason why this opal has got so much opalescence coming out of it is A, because of the quality, obviously, the original quality, but also because this has been faceted as well, which is a relatively new process which has been applied to opal. The quality of this gemstone is absolutely sensational. Now Prue, loose gemstones, what's your experience with using loose gemstones like this?
I haven't
Anything?
Nothing yet, but I would love to, because I think it's a completely different technique, and I think that's what, again, what we want as a designer is to bring lots of different techniques into your work.
Yeah.
And that way you get a unique style of your own by little bits of this, little bits of that, and that is your personal style. Something like that is quite unlike anything, and gives the look of a jeweller's work.
Doesn't
really.
it just? Doesn't it just? I think, do you know something? Even if you're right at the beginning of your jewellery making hobby and you're thinking, do you know what, I don't feel confident to make a piece of jewellery to set this into straight away. I don't feel confident enough to do that yet. Just to have these 3 loose gemstones in your collection, just to know that you've got them for less than £20, just to know that you've got them, that you can aspire maybe to making a piece of you can aspire to make a piece of jewellery maybe in a few months or a couple of years time that feature, I mean, let's not forget the other 2 gemstones as well. Sorry, I've really focused very heavily on the opal. But when you've got these 3 gemstones in your collection, some of the best peridot in the world, and Changbai Peridot all the way from China, you've got some of the best beautiful blue topaz, and it's like a Swiss blue topaz, which is unusual. We normally focus on more of a sky blue. This is a Swiss blue, and then you've got your incredibly just decadent and just beautifully natural faceted opal as well. Which will be Ethiopian opal rather than Australian opal, and you can tell it because of the background kind of being more of a creamy colour than a white or a blue. You can have these gemstones, you can think, do you know what, I've got those to aspire to maybe making jewellery out of in a few years' time. And even if you just want to keep them in your collection and not do anything with them ever, and just have them as beautiful loose gemstones, you know, you're more than welcome to do that. You don't have to do anything with these at all. We wanted to bring you this opportunity today because so many of you came through to get our loose gemstones yesterday. We had an overwhelming amount of you who were coming through. Lots of you unfortunately did miss out. Today, less than £20. I personally think £19.95 for that opal on its own is astonishing. For the other 2 gemstones as well, even better. And if you do want to make a pair of earrings or a pair of cufflinks using these gemstones, then obviously you will need to multi-buy. I do have a few multi-bidders out there as well, fantastic. So if you are going to be making a pair of something out of these gemstones, then you will need to multi-buy, obviously. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that incredible? Wow. I can't wait to see this set into jewellery. And hopefully on the birthday show, which is the first May bank holiday, so over the kind of the May the 4th kind of dates, we're going to be bringing you brand new ring and pendant and earring mounts. So hopefully there'll be some 7mm round mounts there which you can set these gemstones into. Amazing. Beautiful. Sorry, say again please. From the sublime to the ridiculous. Yes please, Phil. Right. Move my popcorn out the way. Oh, there's a microphone in box 12. Are we doing that? No. I got him. What's this? Ooh. Ah. Do you know what? I've just been told by Phil, this is sodalite and chalcedony. Do you know what it looks like to me, though? Blue crazy lace agate and lapis lazuli. How fun is that? The sodalite, let's go to the sodalite first. This is really, really, really deep dark sodalite. It's got a lot of navy blues in it, which made me instantly think lapis lazuli. It's not actually, it's sodalite. Sodalite tends to be more of a stone-washy denim kind of look, whereas lapis lazuli tends to be more of a deep dark blue denim look. Here, actually, on second glance, you've got a lovely, lovely combination of the two, haven't you? That kind of stone wash quality and that navy blue quality. Isn't that gorgeous? And the sodalite here will be entirely natural. Gorgeous, gorgeous nuggets here. Nugget nourishment. Nice one. This next strand is blue chalcedony. It looks to me almost like blue crazy lace agate. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I love this kind of a lavender blue colour, like a kind of like a periwinkle blue almost. It's a very delicate blue. Really, really, really pretty, delicate blue. Perfect kind of blue to wear on your wedding day, I think, because it's not too bright, it's not too vivid, it's not going to overpower anything. Beautiful qualities. I've got loads of people coming through for this. Apparently Phil's saying that we've got lots and lots of people coming through on the web and the phones. Okay. Do you think it's got something to do with the price point? Probably. Definitely got a little something to do with the price point there. £6.95p, 590 carats of your incredible elongated nuggets here for under £7. Absolutely wonderful. Now, Prue, you've got on your Kumihimo DVD, you've got a gemstone chip bracelet where you're using relatively small nuggets and chips. Using large nuggets like this, you'd get a really kind of contemporary, quite a striking design, yes, wouldn't you? Like a spiky design almost.
It would be absolutely fantastic. But you don't have to use them on every cord. I think possibly those you might use them on 4 out of the 8 cords.
Okay.
So just spread them out a little bit, and I think that would work really, really well. So you can, yes, all sorts of chips and nuggets are brilliant in Kumihimo, and I think those would be fantastic. If you did want them on all 8, you could make a really big, spiky bracelet.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you just wouldn't need any other jewellery. So, you know, there's lots of versatility in something like that.
And that changes the Kumihimo look, doesn't it? Because quite a few Kumihimo designs are beautiful and classic and quite elegant and glamorous. This would make it very contemporary, a little bit more grungy almost.
Yes,
and
yes.
it'd be really fantastic to kind of change the look of that, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Brilliant. So, you know, you can use whatever gemstones you like, really, with your Kumihimo designs. Just think carefully about how many you want to use and kind of the kind of look that you want to achieve. And as Prue says, you wouldn't necessarily use all gemstones on every single one of your strands in the braid. You might want to use it, as she suggested, in half the braid, so maybe 4 out of the 8 braids, and you'll get that kind of little bit more of a space-like quality that gives these gemstones the kind of platform that they deserve. £6.95 though for 2 strands of your gorgeous elongated nuggets, though. Absolutely wonderful. Loads of them there. 300 carats plus 200, well, 590 carats. Amazing. Almost 600 carats of nuggets here. Just gorgeous. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ah! I haven't seen you for such a long time.
Are you okay?
Oh, I love you. I love you. I haven't seen this girl for months. Oh, my word. How are you? Look amazing. I look big. I've really missed you. Oh, we keep trying to get a date together for, well, not for drinks, but for kind of cups of tea and things like that, and we never get a. Oh, it's so good to see you.
You too.
Beautiful, Hannah. Are you with us today?
Yeah.
Designer Inspiration? Yeah. With Linda? Yeah. Oh no. Trouble. Trouble. Made my day, that has, seeing my lovely friend Hannah. Oh, gorgeous. Right, fantastic. Well done, everyone. £6.95. Wonderful. Awesome. Right. Ooh. Beautiful. Yes, Phil. Yes. Oh, now, you've put this one together. Phil told me this morning said, do you know what, Carol, I've bundled this all together and I want it all to go. Simple as that. I'm not going to lie to you, the managers upstairs are not happy with Phil for putting these all in one bundle. I think that the phrase lazy producing, lazy scheduling could have been bandied about with this bundle. Because really, you've just gone, right, we've got loads of this gorgeous hemp cord, let's bundle it all together. Bish bash bosh, one price. You do the same with what? You wouldn't. Right. Sleeves rolled up, we mean business. Here we go. So, quadruple trouble. You are clutching at straws today, Phil. You really are. Hemp cord. Here we go. So, the most awesome hemp cord. Using hemp cord in your designs, whether it's going to be macrame, whether it's going to be kumihimo, whether it's going to be just plaiting it, whether it's going to be using it just as single strands on its own, will give you the most wonderfully natural and kind of fibrous quality. It's not, if somebody said to me hemp cord, the first thing that would come into my mind would be a natural quality, but something maybe a little bit more fibrous than maybe I would want to have against my skin. As you can see here, it's not going to be scratchy. It's not going to be really fibrous and kind of itchy like a Hessian maybe. But even a Hessian's not like that on Jewellery Maker. It's still really smooth. It's got that beautiful smooth quality to it. It gives your jewellery a really beautiful organic look. Prue, you must have noticed the kind of difference quality that can be achieved when you start to use this kind of natural hemp fibre. It really gives your jewellery a lovely natural kind of rustic feel, doesn't it?
Definitely, and it can give it a unisex feel if you wanted to. You can do some really nice braids for men. No, it's beautiful, and with natural colours and everything. It works very nicely, and you're right about the quality of it. And with Kumihimo, because the cords bend over in the braiding process, if something's rough, it will feel very rough. And I've found that the hemp cord here works extremely nicely.
Brilliant.
And you can mix it in with other cords. You can mix it in with satin cord if you want to, and get a really nice combination of the shiny and the matte. Really nice.
Gorgeous. Now, what Prue doesn't know is that Phil has got something up his sleeve with this bundle today, because you're not just going to be getting one pack, you've got 4 packs of this. It says on there, perfect for nodding, macrame and kumihimo. As Prue says, great for unisex pieces, great for teenage boys if you're going to make surfer bead pieces, you know what I mean. How old do I sound? Oh dear me, do you know what, just forget. You know what I mean, Right, okay, so, 4 packs of your hemp cord. It should be £11.80. I can't believe you're doing this, Phil. I actually can't believe you're doing this. I can't actually bring myself to read out the price point for this bundle. I can't actually do it. I can't, no, I'm not going to do it. It makes me feel a little bit ill, if I'm being honest. I know that telling me that there's lots of people coming through for this is not helping Phil. But of course there's lots of people coming through for this. It's £6.95 for 4 packs of hemp cord. 4 9-metre packs of hemp cord. On each one of these spools you're going to be getting here, 9 metres, 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 9 metres. Sounds weird when you say it a lot, doesn't it? 9 metres, 9 metres, 9 metres, 9 metres. For £6.95. Is it sold out? I should Coco. Tell you what, that was never going to stay around for long. I see what you mean about working close to your face. You really do, don't you? You weren't lying earlier on. Who's kind of doing things right up there. Right, where are we going now? It's going to let me choose the last one. We're going to do this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Just good. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Beautiful piece of salted popcorn there. Then we Brits. It's free. Can we do the what about the Amazonite? Can we do that? Yeah? I saw this morning. Oh, I love this. Put my popcorn down there. There we go. I saw this morning, and I have to say, this is such a beautiful quality of Amazonite. It really, really is. Can we find out where this is from, please? amazing Amazonite. I'll let you get away with that one. I'll let you get away with that one. Faceted rounds of Amazonite here. You're getting beautiful, beautiful 3mm rounds of faceted Amazonite. Again, not a gemstone we see very often on Jewellery Maker. Not a gem we don't, not a gem we see very often on Jewellery Maker at all. It's actually quite difficult to get hold of. It's totally natural as well. There's no dyeing process or heat process. If you love your turquoise gemstones, but you find maybe reconstituted turquoise a little bit too dark or a little bit too vibrant, you're looking for something a bit cooler and calmer, this is absolutely perfect. Faceted rounds of Amazonite in 3mm size. It's great for your Kumihimo and beaded Kumihimo pieces. And then look at these puffy hearts of Amazonite as well. My personal preference with Amazonite is rose gold plated copper findings and copper wire. This with copper is such a beautiful marriage. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, use it with whatever you like. That's just my personal preference. With smoky quartz, it looks absolutely wonderful. So with deep, rich colours, it looks absolutely gorgeous. But equally with something like Botswana agate or green amethyst, or with the moonstone, oh yeah. See, that for me, that could be a beautiful kind of bridal bundle there. It would look absolutely good. That moonstone's just spectacular, isn't it? Stop looking at the moonstone. Anyway, so your amazing Amazonite bundle here. 2 strands in total, totally natural, absolutely gorgeous. Here's your price point today. Well done, everyone. You see, that for a gemstone that we hardly ever get in stock on Jewellery Maker is amazing. And as you know what, some of our guest designers like Alice and Harry quite often say, we don't do proper prices here on Jewellery Maker. This isn't a proper price. This isn't the kind of price point I'd expect to see this for elsewhere on the high street or on the internet. It's not that kind of price point I'd expect to see elsewhere. It's a Jewellery Maker price, which isn't a proper price. You know it's not a proper price. Lots of people coming through to get this. An anonymous bidder's just altered their order from 1 to 2 of these. I don't blame you at all. When you see the price point, you know, that's just incredible. $9.95 for 2 strands of your beautiful Amazonite there. Well done, everyone. Lots and lots of people are still coming through to get this. Well done. Now, keep coming through for this bundle. We've got to move over to Prue now, just because we're running out of time. The Look Ahead Challenge, which of course was this amazing strand of moonstone. How many of the moonstones do we have left? Really? Okay, I've only got 30 of this moonstone left, which sounds like quite a lot. Actually, it isn't, and especially when you see the jewellery that Prue has created, it's really not a lot at all, because even more of these are going to go now. As quick as lightning, setting her jewellery up. To be fair, Prue, you've hardly had any time to work with these moonstones. You've been so busy.
But I said I was going to go simple because I think that's what you need with this. So I was going for movement and simple. So basically, just let the moonstones speak for themselves. And in use, you want them to move. So little bits of chain here and there.
This is, oh wow, this is exactly what I would want to do with this. Look at this. Just a really beautiful bracelet with silver findings here. Look at that shine. You're right, Prue, just keep it simple. And I love the way that you said yes, and use it with some chain as well to give it that movement. I love it in this design here as well. And 3 isn't too many in that design, I don't think at all. I think it's just right.
But you could get away with 1. I think you can really use these individually. Yes. You know, they do all the work.
These earrings, Prue, are just delicious. I'd wear those every single day. That is such a lovely setting for these. Such a simple design. And as you say, the moonstones are just allowed to move, aren't they?
Yes.
Beautiful. This necklace here as well, just a lovely little cluster at the bottom, a lovely little tassel. Oh wow, and she selected one of the finest ones to go at the top here with that lovely Kumihimo carrier as well. Did you do all that braiding on today's show? Did you, or did you have that ready-made?
I had one of them ready-made.
Goodness me. That's really speedy if you've done all that. Goodness me. Okay, I've got very, very few of these moonstone strands left. Just to give you a quick recap, this is the moonstone strand, so you can see how long the strand actually is. It's a really fantastic 20 centimetre strand. Every single one of these gemstones, every single side of every single gemstone is giving you the most incredible quality. $32.95. I've still got around about 20 chances left, 20 opportunities, and I must have over, I must have almost 20 of you with this in your baskets at the minute. Please check your baskets out as quickly as you can. Well done. Gorgeous. Now, just to give you a quick recap, the final recap today on what has been an absolutely phenomenal DVD launch. The only DVD I can actually recall that is kind of equal to the popularity of this, and we've with regards to how many have actually sold on show today, is the Craft Fair Tips DVD, which we launched on Christmas Day. That is the only DVD I can actually remember that has been as popular as this. We have had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people coming through to get this DVD. I don't know what the current sales figures are on this DVD, kind of how many have actually gone so far. I reckon we must be hitting kind of the 1,000 mark already. I've seen so many people coming through for this DVD. It's been very, very exciting. Brand new Kumihimo DVD. It's Prue's first DVD for Jewellery Maker. The Micro Kumihimo DVD, where you learn how to make a braid, the very, very beginnings of Kumihimo. Yes. So if you are brand new to this incredible medium, you do learn the very, very basics, going through projects as well. So your gemstone chip bracelets, which is right here, your round gemstone heart charm bracelet, which could also be translated into a necklace, your bead effect necklace, which I've actually got over on the desk, and also your beaded tassel lariat as well. I've got loads more people still coming through on the web and the phone lines for this. Please do check your baskets out. It's going to be one of those DVDs, you know, we do loop this show again, and I'm pretty certain that this DVD will have sold out by the time by midnight tonight, so please do check your baskets out as quickly as you can. Prue, it's been an absolute pleasure having you with us today. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
Hasn't she been wonderful? She's been incredible. On the Designer Inspiration Show, we've got the gorgeous Hannah, and we've got Linda as well. Thank you very much for joining us today. Check your baskets out and get this DVD. Thank you very much, Prue.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. See you in a bit. Bye.